On June 5th, 793, a storm was approaching the shores of the Kingdom of Northumbria. A few months earlier, Althing, the Council of Vikings, made the decision to plunder its largest abbey, the famous Lindisfarne. One of the leaders of this expedition was Jarl Ulf Ironbeard, a stern but respected man among his people. However, it wasn't meant for all of the Northmen to reach Lindisfarne by the sea. A storm that hit the coast of Northumbria has scattered some of their ships miles away from their destination. Ulf's raiding party landed near a town called Bamborough. The Northmen saw it as an easy target to plunder. Little did they know that all of Northumbria was just coming out of a bloody civil war. Troops of a new King Ethelred were battling remnants of recently murdered King Osred's loyal army. For this reason, heavy garrisons were scattered throughout the country, and one of them was stationed just outside Bamborough.
Dungeon Master.
Едет к нам, у него в прицепе кто-то.
Fisting in my ass.
А ну, малыш, давай.
There you are! Quick! We missed our landing target, but there is a promising settlement to plunder.
We have your back, Ulf! Looks like this storm has set us all off the course.
On the move! We'll never break through with those archers shooting at us!
Let's try to encircle them. There should be another way along the shore. Look! It's Olaf and his shield bearers. They're pinned down by those archers.
They will taste our axes! Charge! We need to help Ulf! Forward! Really appreciate your help, Ulf. Lead the way. Plunder! Raise! Slaughter everyone! We need need to destroy these buildings to prevent reinforcements! Gods are with us! It stopped raining! Now we can burn everything down! Brace yourselves! They're coming in great numbers! We will not pass them! Retreat! Into the woods!
Overwhelmed by the forces of the enemy, cut off from their ships, the Northmen had to escape. Those who did not retreat in time lost their lives or became captives. Once harsh invaders looking for prey, the Northmen suddenly became prey themselves. Luckily, they found salvation in a nearby forest, which became their temporary shelter. Here, they could catch a moment of respite from the pursuing Britons. Here, Jarl Ulf Ironbeard, who suffered injuries during the fight, could heal his wounds and recover. However, a new problem arose for the people of the north. In order to survive and to have any chance to join the rest of the expedition against Lindisfarne, they had to gather food and supplies.
You made it! Good to see you alive, Jarl.
We retreated as soon as they started winning the battle in the village.
We lost many good men in there, and many were taken hostage.
Tonight, they dine in Valhalla.
Dungeon Master.
There's a farm and a hunting hut north from here. If we plunder both places, we will have food for many days.
We cannot go. We need to patch our wounds.
Take care of your warriors, brother. I'll get those supplies. Keep it quiet. There's a lot of enemies nearby. I'll be scouting the nearby area.
To replenish your squad, use retreat, or go back to a camp you control.
Stop. Someone's coming. We can't let him alarm anyone. Let's make an ambush in one of those bushes. Don't get too close to the light, or they will notice us. All right, time to look for the hunting hut. Wait, someone is coming. That's a strong squad. They probably got a camp nearby. Let's hide in the bushes and wait for them to pass.
Prepare an ambush out there.
Look, an abandoned camp. It will be a good place to rest. The stuff, it's ours. Our soldiers must have been here. I wonder what happened.
Our brave soldiers will join you in your mission.
We should rest and heal.
Let's go there.
We need this food. Let's get rid of the guards.
We're going there, fast!
That's Hjordur. Poor bastard. His squad must have wandered off when we retreated from the beach. It seems like they wanted some food and got killed by the Brits. Fools. Wait, there's a blood trail. Maybe someone survived. We need to find out. A corpse. One of us must have fallen to those filthy Brits.
We're going there, fast!
It's Sven. It was his first raid. Bastards! He must have escaped the Christians. But they got him eventually. Maybe they went the other way. Right! Maybe the other direction. An axe. It looks like Gotland's craft. It belonged to one of us. You must be getting close.
I'm the devil.
The Brits. They must have taken our brothers. We have to get them out. There's too many of them. We should eliminate one squad at a time. If we burn this village, someone will come to check what's going on.
Move quickly.
This won't work. We need to find something more flammable.
Eyes on the enemy.
This should do it. The enemy must have seen that. Great job. 2 more to go. This camp looks like a good place to rest. We need to patch our wounds.
Keep your distance.
We should rest before we go any further. Another village. We can burn it down to draw their attention and free our brothers. Remember, we can always retreat to the base and replenish our squad.
Our brave soldiers will join you in your mission.
Have you heard this one? What kind of Viking ship doesn't sink? Friendship! Our soldiers are dying. We can replenish warriors by retreating to our camp.
Free at last.
Don't shoot! I'm a Northman like you. I managed to escape.
Where are the others?
In the other camp. You'll need men to set them free, and you need to hurry up. The Brits want to set them on fire as an act of revenge.
Our brave soldiers will join you in your mission.
All hail the god who reigns supreme. Good to have you all back. Who is this infidel coming with you?
The name's Godric. Take me with you and I'll help you. I'll show you the nearby camps where you can get wood.
We could go there and secure those resources. That will get their attention.
Good to see you. I saw a party of Brits heading in that direction. They want our wood. We need it to repair ships and build siege machines. We need to secure this wood camp at all costs.
That should be enough.
Going there, fast!
They will be here any minute. Take positions. They are coming. Prepare for battle. We made it. All the Christians are dead.
This is how I joined the Northmen in their raid on Lindisfarne. Ethelred had held me captive for months, and that was my chance to get even. When Jarl Ulf Ironbeard regained his strength and we collected enough supplies, we could finally head on to join the rest of the expedition. However, the road to Lindisfarne was not an easy one. Every once in a while, we encountered Etheld's troops. Our supplies ran out faster than we were able to loot the surrounding villages. It was then that the scouts noticed an approaching caravan with food and weapons. We prepared an ambush, not expecting that someone else was preparing to attack it as well.
Steady. What the? Let's help them.
You there, cowards in the bushes. Come with us and prove your worth. Let's talk to Hradga, our chieftain.
Who are you people?
We are loyal to the past king Osred II, betrayed by the new king Ethelred. We're waiting here to retaliate, and And you?
These are Northmen who have been beaten during their raid near Bamborough. Now they have to join their forces near Lindisfarne.
The road to Lindisfarne is blocked. We'll help you take the enemies down, but we need supplies first. There are 2 villages nearby. Let's force peasants to gather food and wood for us. Seek the woods nearby. The enemies will surely try to reclaim the villages. Take some of our soldiers with you. Remember, you can always retreat here to gather reinforcements.
We can also use villagers to recruit more warriors. Now, let's make these pitiful peasants work for us.
Good, good. We have resources. The only thing left is to get better equipment. We need to capture the iron mine and craft ourselves better armors. Only then we can assault the outpost. I'll send 1 squad with you.
They are heavily fortified. I am missing our lost archers squad. They shouldn't be far away.
Great. Upgrade some of your troops, and then we'll take these bastards down.
This ravine looks suspicious. Use defensive formations to find and destroy any traps.
We are grateful. Now it's time to part our ways. Best of luck, and let's hope to meet again. This life, remember.
I do not know if we could have broken the Britain's garrison without the help of Hrothgar. Now our paths were parting, and this mighty son of Northumbria was setting out to continue his struggle against Ethel's army. As for us, we could head to Lindisfarne. There was only one obstacle left on our way. A heavily guarded bridge to the island where the monastery was situated. To overcome it, we needed additional manpower. While Jarl Ulf started to prepare our troops, the scouts reported on the Viking ships circling the shore. For some reason, however, they maintained a distance and there was no way to contact them.
Brothers, the glory is ahead. This bridge is our last obstacle on the way to Lindisfarne. Unfortunately, there's an enemy outpost blocking us. We need to prepare for this battle. Luckily for us, there are 2 villages nearby. Look! Ulf is here! Thank you for saving us, my friend. Right on time. We are here to make way for our ship's landing. They should be here soon.
Let's use this time to prepare our forces. They're coming! Someone is attacking them! We need to make sure they make it to the landing. No! Ega, bring these warriors to Valhalla! They've got another! Need to move fast and breach their defenses! They're fighting well, but I swear they will all be dead by sunset. Burn all their houses down! Lindisfarne!
We knew that attacking the Lindisfarne bridge head-on was nothing short of the very height of folly. Jointly, we called for a general revamp and set off for wayside farms, aware that our empty bellies were the worst of advisors. Strengthened, we were able to push the Britons off the bridge, drowning the escapees in deep waters. In joy, we rejoined with our brothers, and now we were up to any challenge. And with the last line of defense gone, the path to Lindisfarne laid before us. We eagerly rushed the monastery, expecting easy victory. Yet we were wrong. As the notoriety of our actions spread over the countryside, the abbey filled with zealous defenders, a hard fight was brewing behind those walls. And to be frank, we couldn't wait to test our strength. Here we are, the Lindisfarne Abbey. I don't recall it being so fortified.
Our camp is ready for expansion. We will need a whole army. The villages nearby must become our resources.
There is also an enemy garrison to the north.
They will try to stop our expansion for sure. Everyone, on your feet! This village will be our rally point from now on. This damaged wall looks like our entry point, though it will take a siege machine to tear the walls down.
They're shooting at us!
There is a defense camp before the walls. We have to burn it down before moving on.
Taking fire!
The garrison is gone. Good. Now we can gather forces at our own pace.
Stones are taking fire! They're shooting at us!
It's Hrothgar and his men. They have catapults. It should help.
Our troops are taking fire! They're shooting at us!
We will siege and bombard the town with our catapults. Take out of this wall with the ballista. It should do the trick. They are attacking
It's much too quiet here. The abbey cannot have just been abandoned like that. Look! These are Ragnar's trackers. He's late as usual.
Move! They're attacking us! We've got eyes on the enemy!
Lindisfarne fell, with heavy bags encumbering us from the gold and trinkets. I boarded the ship, leaving for another adventure. Later, I heard my countrymen claim such terror has never plagued the homeland. I've seen my share of suffering too. I lived through it and survived. And let me tell you, this is just a start, as the age of the Vikings has just begun.
In 860, Varangians were routed out from the Volgian territories by joint forces of Slavs and Krivichans. Despite their triumph, though, leaders of the tribes are unable to reach an understanding. Young and ambitious Pridbor, the leader of the Slavs, weaves a plot against popular and cold-headed Krivich Mstislav. Pridbor knows his forces are way too weak to take Mstislav head-on, and the young prince's plan is dependent upon help from a famous Nordic ruler, Rurik. In order to keep his plan low-key, Pridbor seeks help from me after I exiled into the wild, driven by my mysterious visions. I was blessed with visions of the future that showed me Rurik's control of the Slavs' territory. Odin himself must have anointed the Nordic ruler, and thus I accepted Pridbor's quest. With the young prince's blessing, I took the role of a royal envoy and made my journey to the Baltic Sea. Weeks later, the sightings of the Viking ships proved my visions true. Rurik, accompanied by his brothers, sets his foot on the Varangian territory. His ambition? Headship of the Varangian tribes.
Vidar, what news from Rurik? Will he help us?
Yes, he will arrive here in the morning.
Good. We shall await his arrival then.
We can't. Mstislav's army is way too strong right now. We should try to weaken it any way we can. We must find a way to gather more troops before Rurik's arrival.
If only my barracks were not under Mstislav's control right now.
These are your barracks. We will reclaim them tonight.
Mstislav closed the main gate to the barracks. We won't be able to open it. There is another way around, to the north, but it is heavily guarded. I was forbidden to get anywhere near that gate. The only way we can get inside is to kill the guards there.
Forward!
Hide, Vidar, quick! Someone's coming!
Get
them! They will all die before sunrise!
This camp here will be our safe spot if we need to patch our wounds or regroup. One more important thing, the resources. There should be plenty within the gourd. I can look around. Good. It seems they stopped looking for us. At least for now. But you need to stay hidden, Vidar. If they see you, we'll have to fight. Hear me out. They don't suspect anything. We can use it to our advantage. I can walk freely around the entire Ladoga, as long as I don't go near their barracks or attack anyone. But the moment they see you, Vidar, they are bound to lose their temper and attack right away.
They will suffer! Kill every last one of them!
Good. It seems they stopped looking for us. At least for now. But you need to stay hidden, Vidar. If they see you, we'll have to fight.
You there! We're watching you. Don't do anything stupid.
Got my axe here.
Get them! They will all die before sunrise!
Attack!
We are close, but this area isn't safe. If I get near the barracks, they will attack right away.
The bells! We found out already. It's too early. We might not make it.
We will. You have my word. Stick with me. Defend the barracks before Rurik arrives.
But we still have many hours until the morning. I hope we can stand this long.
Do not delay.
This is not over yet. I know Mstislav. He will do anything he can to avenge his loss.
Men, open this gate now! Fredborg, I would personally rip your head off!
Quick! We have to defend the other entrance too!
It is getting brighter. The dawn will be here soon. Look! Those are Rurik's cars! I knew it!
Retreat! Everyone leave Lanuga now!
Rurik's victory is Pridbor's fall. You can't make someone do your dirty work and expect deference. Odin's my witness. The young prince will end up belly up in Volga if he won't heed his vehement temperament. Truvor, Rurik's older brother, makes my words prophetic. The ceremony turns into a brawl as Pridbor took offense, ending up with a sharp shiv to his throat. The future king, Rurik, makes nothing of this affront. Quite the contrary. He asks me to join his brother Cineas during next day's rush on Belozersk. I reluctantly agree, as there's no secret that this heretic is romancing with Christianity. If he wasn't my king's family, by Odin's name, I'd beat him to the crows. Listen, Cineas, it's time to show the Christians our power. I say we burn all their settlements.
I wonder about the church. It seems really precious to them. Maybe we just leave it be.
That's exactly what we won't do, Cineas. Burn everything down.
I see. I will take care of our base then. We must prepare for resistance.
It's time, Cineas. Come with me. Their church is going to burn now.
You are wrong, Vidar. The church will not burn. I will defend it whether you like it or not.
You just made the worst mistake of your life, Cineas. And last one, too. Kill him!
What the hell? Cineas is attacking us! Betrayal!
With Rurik's flag waving over Belozersk, his army was ready to ride on Holmgard, a stronghold ruled by Pridbor's bloodkin, Vasily. I joined his army right in front of Holmgard's gates. Surprised Rurik hasn't started his assault yet. But the Nordic king has a different agenda. He sent Vasily an ultimatum. Holmgard should be handed over to Rurik, and in return, the citizens will be spared the bloodshed. Vasily's response was blunt and decisive. His arrow landed just a few feet from Rurik's horse. Rurik kept his calm and lifted his finger in the air. The first column of his soldiers split in two, making way for Truvor, holding Pridbor on a leash, like a dog. Vasily's eyebrows danced aghast, but before he was able to speak, Truvor's shiv sliced the prince's throat. I looked at Rurik, searching for assent in his stoic face. Luckily, I found nothing but detest. Rurik and I knew that those who command with ruthlessness and wanton find themselves powerless when the battle is over.
The time for words is over. Time to teach Vasily a lesson, the filthy dog.
Attacking his fortifications right away would be silly. We should try to lure him out first.
We will cut them off from supplies, and then make them starve to death. My scouts report that these fools store their winter supplies outside the palisades.
But first we shall make sure we don't starve ourselves. Vidar and Truvar, take your best men and seize control of the settlements on our side of the river.
Those lousy peasants need to be put out of their misery.
Hold your horses, Truvor. We need those peasants to provide us with supplies. Otherwise, we won't survive long enough to see Vasily's fall.
Enough words! Brothers, after me!
I will be here, watching our camp. But be aware, these dogs will surely try to attack us, and I may need your help here.
Great! The villages are all ours. We must defend these supplies with our lives.
Now these cowards will starve!
They will. In the meantime, we should prepare for the battle.
Vasily will not wait forever. We will eventually face his forces in an open field. Look! They're smuggling some food into the town! Stop them!
Finally, Vasily is moving his army outside. He must be really hungry.
Let's slaughter all of these filthy bastards! They are retreating! Home God is ours! This is how our enemies end! Like hungry stray dogs, butchered by the northern axis!
When the battle was won, I sought Recluse to consult the gods. In the reflection of Lake Ilmen, I saw Rurik's demise. An eagle feasting on another eagle. Rurik was in danger, and the last blow would be made by his own kin. The king found me during my colloquy. I immediately told him about the visions. He was in danger from either Truvor, a man without honor or mercy, or Cineas, who sold his heart and soul to the Christians. I suggested the king to distribute some of the conquered lands to his brothers. I knew I made the king uncertain, but so far my visions have proven to be true. I suggested I join Truvor during next raid to keep an eye on the brother.
We've come here to solve our problems in peace.
Truvor, let me talk to them.
We brought you those gifts in hope of...
Take them! Now!
Let's go!
Cowards! You were stupid to think we'd cooperate with you! From now on, Vidar, I am in charge. Everyone listens to me. Tactics and supplies don't bother us anymore. Do you hear me? Whenever I need more warriors, I take them, without asking anyone. Everyone, follow me! There are oh so many villages to burn and plunder!
Vidar, ready! Seems I will have to upkeep 2 armies, with only 1 working for me. This is going to be tougher than I expected.
Warriors! Remember, attack only the houses! It's Vidar's duty to look after the resources!
Odin is with us!
Our troops have taken fire! I need more squads! Now! You won't be needing this infantry squad anymore. It's under my command now.
Scouts! Moving out!
Where's the infantry when I need them? No matter. I'll take one of your ranged units. You won't be needing this infantry squad anymore. It's under my command now.
As I was looking over the battlefield, I heard a disquieting whizzing noise. 2 eagles locked in brotherly battle, each one pecking the other senselessly. For a short moment in front of my eyes, I recalled the vision of Rurik's downfall, an eagle feeding off of his chopped kin. The king's in danger. I rushed back, riding my horse to its demise. I returned just in time. A trusty berserk, one of the king's personal guard, tried to assassinate him. In his frantic state, he had to be put down, and I was unable to determine which brother sent the assailant. The king was furious. A blow from a family always hurts the most. Odin saw in Rurik the same man I see now, a godsend. To protect him, I'd have to kill Truvor and Cineas. Yet each deed has its price. Rurik hesitantly agreed to sacrifice his firstborn to Odin. Once my job is done, I should lay low for a while to make sure the blame would be put on the remaining Krivich. all these innocent people. What a massacre. Time to move! You there, what happened?
It's Truvor! He's gone mad! He's fortified himself at the base, and he sent his men to slaughter our folk! They made an execution site out of our oldest and biggest tree around here! It must stop! What can we do?
This man has already signed his own death sentence. Look, you have to fight back.
We won't make it alone! Wait, can you help us?
What are you petty fools doing here? You better move aside, peasants. Put down your forks and get back to work. Now! What? Fools! Kill them all!
No! I can't believe it. Cineas! You two-faced coward! Cineas! My own brother! Double-crossing me like that!
No, Truvor! It wasn't me!
You can't even admit your mistake! Die!
Truvor is clearly blinded by his lust for revenge. Everyone, listen to me! I come here in the name of King Rurik. We can and will defeat Truvor together and end his bloody reign once and for all.
We want Truvor dead. If you can help us with that, we have a deal.
Great! Now let's rebuild this settlement to prepare for the assault. Also, each nearby village we capture can help tremendously.
It's a good plan. We are at your service, and this settlement is under your command.
Enough is enough, Truvor. Your fate ends here.
Just shut up and fight! Death is coming!
This life was not worth saving. I disappeared as Rurik asked, but when I reintegrated with the shadows, the voices showed me the truth. I've become a different man, a man whose voice was nothing less but a declaration of God's. And Odin does not forget. It took me almost 15 years to collect my honorarium. Rurik welcomed me with royal luxury, but what can a blind man offer to a seer? Those were earthly commodities I had no use for. I demanded my remittance be paid as agreed upon, with his firstborn. There's a special kind of madness in the eyes of kings. Rurik laughed out at me frantically and threatened with the worst kind of tortures if I was to act upon his son. I reminded him what happened to Cineas, who shunned the gods away, and to Truvor, who got consumed by anger and resentment. This fool ordered his guards to throw me out of the castle, but we'll see who'll be having the last laugh. As predicted by the vision, Rurik died weeks after he refused to give his son to Odin. Due to his son's young age, Rurik was succeeded by Oleg of Novgorod, who laid foundations to one of the most powerful states of that time, Kievan Rus. Yet I wasn't victorious either. I wasn't able to please Odin, so he became silent. The only way I could reignite the flame within me was through blood. I've become a nomadic warrior, a prospector of pain and a seeker of honor. I knew the only way to reunite with Odin was in Valhalla.
England, 1051. A procession led by Count Eustace II de Boulogne, a close friend of King Edward the Confessor, enters Dover. This courteous visit was a result of an almost 30-year-long acquaintance that dates back to the king's exile to Normandy. Eustace's cortege was safeguarded by a famous fencer, Wilburg of Normandy. Many believed he was Edward's out-of-wedlock son. The gossip burgeoned, chiefly due to the king's habit of booking the kirk for his repentful prostration. Thus, in the corridors, Edward was criticized for spending most of his time in church, not in the royal bedroom, favoring prayer over dalliance. It was Count de Boulogne whose name was made with debauchery, and his manifestation was nothing short of a bad omen for British people.
Finally, Dover. I traveled entire Europe, but never saw such pretty courtesans. I won't be surprised if we don't get any sleep tonight.
My duty is to keep you safe. So, I don't plan to get much sleep for sure.
Oh, Wilburg. Whoever your parents were, they should have just sent you to a monastery rather than an army.
I will be glad to talk this over. But why don't we find a place to rest first?
I know a great tavern here. They should have a room for us.
Wessex seems rather busy these days, with lots of wealthy merchants traveling through here.
This place looks expensive indeed. Still, I am sure we can find a room around. Let me do the talking.
Stop! Who's coming at this ungodly hour?
Open the gate! We are nobles! I don't talk to villagers!
Be gone! Dover is closed for trespassers at night time.
Let's try the other gate.
The king is actually quite concerned with the prosperity of Wessex, you know. Oh, folks here are very rich. Take Godwin, the Earl of Wessex, for example. He is almost as powerful as the king himself. Guts tell me it won't last long.
There they are! Attack!
What was that? They were waiting for us.
Probably some hungry peasants, looking for someone to rob.
I will talk this time.
Yes, going. Who's there? Sneaking about at night.
We are travelers, looking for a place to lay our heads. It is swarming with bandits here.
It is indeed. Get in and let me have a closer look at you.
You there! Find a tavern and tell them Eustace de Boulogne needs a room. Oh, and bring us 2 courtesans on the way back. Your daughters will do as well.
Daughters? A boy like you should sleep in a pigsty!
What did you say?
Dogs! Along! Get them!
They are after us! Wait!
We have to get through Dover. King's men are stationed just outside the gate, on the other side. A barricade. We need to find another way. They keep chasing us! Run, fools! The King's men have a camp nearby. Let's find them. Warriors! We have been attacked by Godwin's men.
There. Those bastards will all hang on the trees by tomorrow, or my name is not Eustace de Boulogne. The king needs to know about this.
You're safe with us. But we must assemble a base and prepare for a fight. If you need any resources, there are Godwin's villagers nearby. And there's your revenge, too.
Let's not get reckless, though. The enemy's bound to find our base sooner or later and attack it.
Beat them!
We made it. We are safe.
Our king must find out about this immediately.
Eustace II and Wilburg demanded a judgment on the assailants, with retribution in mind. Edward the Confessor's decision was hasty, and he demanded chastisement. Demand was the only thing he could do. After all, the punishment on the subject can only be followed by their liege. And in this case, that happened to be me. I refused to reciprocate, telling the king that they were in their rights to defend their families against Eustace's pitiful behavior. Of course, in my speech, I omitted the information that the attack was executed on my command. With his decision undermined, Edward's only choice was to face his strongest lord. That is me, Godwin of Kent. To do so, he had to gather many more forces than he already had.
Here we are. These lands belong to lesser earls, Siward and Leofric. We must make sure they're on our side of the conflict.
Will they contribute to our army?
They might, but they are selfish. It must be in their interest.
Watch out! Enemies! The hell with it!
Great! Archers are not such a threat anymore. Godwin has already spoiled these lands. The king needs to know about it. I will inform the king. But you need to carry on with our mission. We need support from Siward and Leofric. Convince them no matter what.
And reclaim all villages taken by rebels.
Good job with the rebels. Come in. Siward already awaits you.
Thank you for your help with those filthy rebels. I should have guessed. Whenever someone appears out of the blue and solves my problems, it's usually you, Wilburg.
Very kind of you. Unfortunately, I didn't come here for flattery. The king needs you and your warriors, Siward.
He needs me. Where was he when I needed him most? I sent oh so many peons, but this is here and now. Come with me. I want to show you something. A few months ago, during harvest, some of my villagers became greedy and unthankful. They skipped their taxes. I had to deal with them the hard way. Then it all began. I started the uprising and killed many of my men, but this is not the worst part. I heard that some individuals hang around my people and turn them against me. I will let you use my barracks, and some of my archers will join you. But make sure you get rid of those rebels. They captured 2 of my villages, one up north, and another here. Kill them and destroy their settlements. Burn it to the ground. Also, we just got a delivery of Peterberry's best armors. You can use them.
They came here to take our land. Brothers, kill them all.
It's a trap! They were expecting us! Maybe we should regroup and try the other base first. There's an enemy village south from here. Maybe we should capture it first.
Give them what they deserve! Die, Edward's dogs! Stop the peasant abuse!
You won't be needing this building anymore.
Show them no mercy! For the king!
Right. 1 snake nest crushed, 1 to go.
Ready as always!
We made it. Let's report to Siward. We made it. Your land is free, Lord.
Unbelievable. You stand up to your fame indeed. Tell the king, I will support him in the war. East from here is Leofric land. You should ask him for help as well. Be careful. I haven't heard from him in a long time. There must be a reason. My soldiers will join you. Let the god guide your way.
Looks solid. It's tough to tear armors like these.
Rebels ahead! They're setting traps for travelers and caravans. Watch out!
Rebels ahead! Prepare your weapons, brothers!
Who are you, stranger? And what do you want?
I'm Wilburg of Normandy. I'm here in the name of the king. He needs your help in the upcoming battle.
I am proud to be my king's servant, but my men are starving. We need food supplies first. We have a farm south from here, but all of the caravans are being robbed on the way. There is a transport on its way right now. Can you make sure it gets here? You can use our buildings for your convenience. But be careful. The route may be spiked with traps.
Slinger's getting better!
We should look for traps on our way. You're late. They got robbed already.
Help us! Quickly! Full cold wind!
Thank you for your help. We cannot pass this barrier. Can you check if the other route is clear?
The way is clear. Your caravan can move along.
I appreciate your help, Wilburg. This will provide food for many days. Enemies are coming! Draw your weapons and protect our town! More of them are coming! They're still swarming in!
We made it! All the rebels are dead.
The bastard was successful. Siward and Leofric will be able to assist the king in the upcoming war. In Lod, Wilburg was greeted in the royal courtyards, only to be relegated to another errand. Someone had to round Edward's keepings to recruit rookies for his new army. A small squad led by Wilburg was selected to avoid attention, but Wilburg's fame made this news hard to contain. Eventually, his mission was made known to me, and I knew exactly what I had to do to make his life harder.
Ahead of us is the Castle of Wells. King Edward ordered siege machines to be prepared here and sent to him. We must oversee it. Wait! It's under attack! Quickly! Kill the attackers! The castle is safe now. Let's see how severe the damage is. Let's claim this place. I will take charge. We need to help King Edward by sending him siege machines from here. We need to rebuild the settlements here before we move on with our main goal. Those two villages north from here, why not use them as well? Village before we can rest. Now, we need a blacksmith. It's the first thing we need to start producing catapults. Each catapult needs to be taken to this point. I saw a couple enemy catapults left out in the field. We could grab those. Ah, it's cute. Godwin brought those catapults to fight us. He might see them again. Behold! Our scout is coming! Finally, some news on enemy position.
I saw Godwin's troops headed this way. Get ready. They should get here by nighttime.
There are 3 possible directions they can attack us from. I will light some fires on their way. We will know when they reach us. Godwin's scum should not ambush us anymore. To arms, brothers! The enemy is upon us! Our king will be proud. The siege equipment shall arrive on time for the battle.
Edward the Confessor was in awe. As a token of his gratitude, he gave Wilburg his own sword. Bastard's cheeks were shaking with joy like a little boy's jowls. I think in this act, Wilburg saw something paternal. He was ready to move mountains for the king, and soon Edward's army was ready. If it wasn't for one very small detail. Supplies from the royal armory were delayed, and without the right weapons, Edward had a ghost of a chance in defeating me. Someone must have made it to Peterborough to hustle the smiths. Someone trusted by the king, and foolish enough to be at the king's beck and call. Wilburg of Normandy hit the road again.
Finally, this is the manufacturer. Now I need to find out why it stopped sending the supplies.
Psst, over here, quickly! They are coming!
Let's go. In the name of King Edward, who are you?
I'm Ian. I live in the village nearby. I recognized your armor. I'm a humble servant of King Edward. Our village was attacked by Godwin's warriors a few days ago. They captured our workshops and enslaved our warriors.
King Edward needs these armors at any cost. We need to fight back and reclaim the manufacturer.
Come with me to the village. We should talk in a safer place.
Let's move.
We won't sneak past them unnoticed. Let me drag their attention. You go and hide in the forest just south of the village. We'll meet there. Help! Help me! I've seen enemy soldiers sneaking around our manufacturer!
Let's go.
I'm glad you made it. Look, I think I can convince the villagers to start a rebellion if you free our soldiers and kids. They are imprisoned in the barn nearby. We must do something about their tower in the village. I will drag some hay carts to it. As soon as I see you and the warriors, I'll raise the alarm in the village. Good luck.
That's better. Now I need to get to the barn and free those people.
Thank you, whoever you are. Some of us must stay here to protect the children, but others will join you. Let's fight back.
The village is finally back in our hands. We are grateful.
This way. We made it! Now we can focus on our main goal and reclaim our manufacturer. King Edward needs his supplies. We can attack the manufacturer using the back gate. Workers use it sometimes, but first, we should rest a while and rebuild the village.
Spears under fire!
This is the barn. I must find a way to free the prisoners. Maybe there's something nearby that catches their attention. Great! Finally, we secured all the resources. Behold! Our scout is coming!
I saw Godwin's troops headed this way. Get ready!
Grab your weapons, men! The traitors are moving here!
More of them are coming! They're still swarming in!
Good. I will personally inform the king that the armors will arrive on time.
It was my cue to move. When Wilburg was busy fixing the armory, Edward was left unprepared, ill-equipped, and without his best guard. That was my best chance to strike against the king, and our forces were to meet by Gloucester. I was sure Wilburg couldn't make it, even if he tried hasting his forces with a whip. We were about to enter the battlefield, and Wilburg of Normandy was nowhere to be seen. Victory was mine.
Brothers, sons of England, I am Edward, son of Ethelred, your king. Godwin has gathered traitors, criminals, thieves, and rapists. This so-called army is nearing our position right now. They hope to catch us off guard, to take our land, our freedom, and our lives. Friends, this battle is not only to kill Godwin and destroy his army. Today, we fight to prove that peace cannot be taken away from us. His will cannot be imposed on us. I will be proud to lead you, my warriors, into battle. Hold your weapons. On position. Take formation. They are attacking! Cavalry! Give them hell! It was only a fraction of their forces. There will be more coming. Prepare! Another group at sight! Warriors! Regroup! More traitors on the way! Warriors! Show them no mercy! Ready up! The cavalry is coming! They are heading here in great numbers. We won't stand long like this. We must reform in our camp. Brothers, follow me towards fortified positions. Hold on until I bring more allies. Defend this position. Fall back! We're doing good! All positions! Reinforcements must be close! They're gathering their key forces! Prepare! Look! It's Wilburg! And he's got Seaward and Leofric's veterans with him!
This is it, brothers! This is what we've been training for! Keep moving! Let's help them! For the king! Enemy catapults! We must stop them!
Find the high ground!
Hurry up! They are attacking! The king is here! We are saved! King Edward! Thank God you made it! These reinforcements are most welcome.
It! The rebellion has been quelled!
No mercy for the
war
traitors!
is over at last. Our country can finally live in peace now.
Look, it's Godwin! He's alive!
You will regret your deeds! Imprison him!
I was wrong. The bastard had more in him than I ever anticipated. He swept through the battlefield like a thunder. A messiah Edward was praying for. The battle was lost. I underestimated Wilburg, never considering him a worthy opponent. After all, you can't reason with emotions. Yet, ironically, that affection led to Wilburg's demise. Believing he was saving his father, the bastard took an arrow with Edward's name on it. However, the king was already victorious, and Wilburg never became either a martyr or a hero. Not even a son. Just another casualty. And history has no gentle way in dealing with the beaten. But I did not intend to stay defeated. I had to make sure that the name of Godwin of Kent will be remembered and down in history books as the one who set Britain on fire.
Edward the Confessor met his end on a cold night of the 5th of January 1066, bequeathing the country to no heir. The only apparent scion to the throne was Edgar, a 15-year-old son of Edward the Exile. Unfortunately, due to Edward the Confessor's inability to secure young Edgar's heritage, a prospect of peaceful hereditary succession receded. As a result, a claim to Britain's throne was demanded by 3 ambitious champions. A cunning nobleman, Harold Godwinson, that secured his position as the most powerful man in England after succeeding his father as the Earl of Wessex. William the Bastard, who has been allegedly offered a kingship by Harold Godwinson shortly before Edward the Confessor's death. And lastly, the King of Norway himself, Harald Hardrada, who is considered the last great Viking. However, the Witenagemot, the ruling class of royal councillors, considered Edgar too inexperienced to be an effective leader in the course of inevitable succession war, and decided to crown Harold Godwinson as the next King of England. As a result, Tostig, an exiled brother of King Harold Godwinson, persuaded the King of Norway to invade Britain. Shortly before that, Harold tried dissuading him from sailing, but when Tostig asked what the new king had in return for the Norwegian monarch, he just snorted. 7 feet of English ground, or as much more as he may be taller than other men. Early in September, Harald Hardrada took over 300 Drakkar ships in the direction of East Britain heading for York. The first demonstration of resistance was met at the outskirts of the town of Fulford, led by brothers Edwin and Morcar.
We're close to Fulford. I heard that some of Tostig's filthy mercenaries are hiding here. Be prepared. Talk of the devil. Take no prisoners. They must be truly desperate. The god is with us. We have to support Morcar's army in Fulford and prepare for battle. Move out! Slingers! Look! These waters can be our ally in battle. Morcar, my brother!
Edwin, you've come late. We prepared for battle as much as we could, but that's not enough. We need more men.
Let's take a while to strengthen the flanks and fortify. Did the scouts come back?
Yes. Harald and his warriors are 2 days away from here. We need to hurry up.
Calm down, brother. We have plenty of time. One thing. I'm expecting my best squad to join us soon. We should wait for them.
We need more supplies, for God's sake. Take anything from the villagers without hesitation.
It's going to get dark soon. We must watch out.
There must be more supplies laying around. You have to search the surrounding grounds.
Shieldmen! Right! They will be crucial in this battle.
Spearmen! Ready!
What happened?
They are closer than we think.
How close are they?
It's a matter of hours now.
Good.
Good? You sound like you waited for it.
We have to stop delaying the inevitable. Let's secure the bank of Germany back. Our west flank is inaccessible now, due to the Oust River overflow. And then, east from here, there's nothing but swamps. Our defense line is Germany back.
Then, we must give all we have left in us.
No doubt, my young brother. No matter what happens, do not try to cross the Germany back.
It's Harold.
If it was Tostig, feast would be more appropriate than an army. Stay focused. Now the real battle begins. Get ready! Hey! Another attack is incoming!
They managed to sneak through the swamps!
Harold and his elite guards! How come? The Ouse River was to be inaccessible!
They're trying to surround us!
If we want to survive, we need a way out! Get them!
We will not succeed! They will crush us like little bugs!
We have no choice! We must run!
Morcar was not ready to face Harold's army ferociously ravaging the Mercian coast. Tostig knew the terrain, foisting the defenders to an unfavorable position. Anglo-Saxon troops couldn't hold the ground for long enough, and soon, the Battle of Fulford turned into a bloodshed. On the 20th of September, Edwin and Morcar were forced to cut back, and with their army shattered, left York unprotected. I mark the day of the Fulford shambles black. By mere miracle I returned to York, only to be downcast by the cries of widows of my fallen brethren. But there was no time to yell bloody murder. As the Viking army was getting closer to our home each breath, we, who survived, had no other choice but to pluck up courage and stand our ground. Withal, we're far from being an army, hardly a bunch of outworn bruisers who lucked out on death. But without us, York will burn.
What happened there? Where is Edwin and Morcar?
I saw them running away in panic.
No matter. We need to prepare for the next battle.
Are you blind? Look at these people. Do you see an army here?
While we live, we still have hope.
We are not crazy like Vikings. Leave us be, Dunstan.
I know people who could help you.
Where can I find them?
There is a group calling themselves Nadrin. Nothing special, but very loyal. There's also Leon, elite archers. Probably won't work unless you do them a favor. And then there's our elite infantry, Merkwerders. But we are not exactly on good terms with them.
And you? Why don't you join as well?
No, I will only slow you down. I've done enough. You should go.
You are Nadrin, right? I'm organizing a resistance against Harold. I want to stop him from taking over York, at least for a few days.
Listen, we lost many good men at Fulford. Those who survived are not doing great either. With no food, we're as good as dead. If you bring us supplies, we can have a deal. I wouldn't go there. They're trying to catch a thief who keeps stealing food.
Okay, I got something for you.
It's more than enough. We will await you in the camp outside.
Okay, I've got volunteers. If I go to the camp now, there's no turning back.
There's the man. We know what you're after.
So you will join me?
Not so fast, mate. We are not ready yet. We're almost done. We just need materials for more arrows. Can you bring us some? We will be waiting nearby.
This is the meeting place. Will someone else join in? Oh, I should check before joining them. I have what you wanted.
Good. Good. Let's go.
McWhirtis. I suppose you can help me. McWhirtis! Do you hear me?
We hear you all right. We just don't give a rat's ass. Okay, screw it. We won't get rid of you so easily now, will we? Listen, the deal is simple. We want some pagan peasants dead.
I'm all ears.
Bunch of morons. They're in the swamps. We won't be far. Check back with us once you deal with them. We'll talk seriously. You're still in one piece.
It was not easy, but neither impossible.
Smart chap, eh? Good. Looks like you can handle the next job.
Wait, I did what you wanted.
Calm down. This was just to get our attention. We are supposed to meet our customer and collect the reward for the Vikings we dealt with. Go there in our stead. We will wait not far from here.
Something is fishy here. Customer. It was an ambush.
We figured as much. Didn't you? Those cunning cunts.
The plan is simple. First, we must cut off the enemy from a steady supply of resources. Harold keeps his army next to a village nearby. Raw materials from the village should be useful for our next plan. We're close to the village. If they see us, they can raise alarm. If the village pulls up its defenses, we should wait it out. We might kill the nearby peasants, too. Any ideas how to defeat the enemy?
Let's start with traps around their camp.
If we take their food, they won't be able to maintain full squads.
Burning the smithy will stop any forging they do.
Pagans attacking our village! Once we're ready, we should hide near the main path to York and ambush the attackers. This'll stop them from improving their armor. Okay, it is safe now. Now they will certainly not be able to maintain a full army. All main paths to York are secure. No enemies will slip through. Bloody bastards! They took a way along the river. But they have not enough men to take York. What are they planning?
They are attacking us!
They no longer send support. Let's get rid of the survivors!
Quickly!
Good! We've made it this far, but it's not over yet.
It wasn't smart. We lost many good men to bring you conditions of surrender. Because of your stupidity, sending troops to block the main path. These terms aren't in our favor.
Nobody said it would be easy, Tostig.
Give us this rebel scum, and we will make the conditions less severe for you.
He acted on his own.
Don't be a fool, Barra! This little prick will pay for his actions sooner or later. Now, back to the matter. Open the gates of the city without a fight, and none of the locals will get executed. The city will not be robbed or ruined. It is the word of King Harold. It should mean a lot to you.
I see.
I'm not here to negotiate. King Harold is already on his way, and he'd rather not have to pry the gate open. Make a smart decision.
Damn it! This battle is over. But the war is far from it.
The plan worked. Wasn't easy for them.
We know now how to deal pain.
Better run and split up. Staying here isn't smart. And there is still work to do before King Harold arrives. Our efforts turned out to be nothing more but a stopgap. An endeavor not worth the effort. In the end, our patricians made a deal with Tostig. York will be spared from the Vikings' rage in exchange for supplies. But the word is, King Harold II got wind of the defeat in Fulford. He mobilized his best forces in short order and set his course on Yorkshire with the promise of reclaiming the city from the invaders. We decided to keep up our guard and fight, and becoming as vexatious as foxes, knowing the little supplies our enemies had and fretting the back line of Harold's forces. If luck permits, we'll still be given a chance to fight under our king's banner. Shh, there's one.
2, 3. Rest probably patrols the area.
This is our chance. Move in, move out. We take food and vanish.
Whoa, easy! I'm on your side. I saw what you did.
What are you doing? Why have you allied with the pagans?
I had no choice. Harald's men threatened everyone.
They promised that no one gets hurt, should York surrender without a fight.
Exactly. Right after they took the city, they dragged some of our tallest brothers to the main square and slit their throats in front of everyone.
So you were scared? Bowed before your new king?
I recognize you. You're Dunstan, right? Not everyone is as brave as you. Listen, I know I did wrong, but I want to redeem myself. Please, let me join you.
God has arranged this meeting, and only God can judge you. We will give you a chance.
They're coming back. We have to hide. I know it sounds weird, but do not attack anyone.
It is the weirdest thing I heard of. What are you planning?
Your reputation precedes you. I know who joins us. It's crucial to not attack anyone on our way. They cannot find out you are here. It's safe now. Let's go.
How far to your friend's hideout?
Not far. We will take shortcuts. Damn. We have to hide in those bushes. It's their main base. From here, they control the whole region. Stay away from it if you want to live.
Sounds serious.
Enough watching. Let's move.
If you're tricking us, we'll cut your head off.
Calm down. I'm the guy who wants to help you, remember? This forest is full of traps. I know how to avoid them, so stay close. Not now. Move, now. Wait. Move, now. Great. Wait here. My friend should be nearby. They can't see us together. Need to talk to them first. They could think you have taken me hostage.
I don't trust him. You better be ready for the worst. Is that? Come on, let's help them.
We need to talk somewhere safe. This is Dunstan. I told you about him.
Everyone talks about what you did in York. Finally, someone who knows the resistance.
To get stronger, we need the enemy village captured. Any ideas?
I have patrolled the area. I know their weak points. Village nearby should be our top priority. First, we have to burn their barracks down to block reinforcements.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Boss, I heard that tomorrow morning Vikings are supposed to get a huge supply of armor and weapons here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I heard it too. I also heard that it won't be heavily guarded.
This is our golden opportunity from God. No time to waste. Let's go. We can also try to get more men by liberating captured squads. Try not to attack our allies before we are sure they have turned against us. Traitors. I hope they burn in hell. Finally! God gives us a chance to grow our small army. Damn it! Failed to save our captured allies. Right. This is it. Let's get ready and await dawn. They're coming. Poorly defended indeed. Not yet. Damn it! They have support. We must stand our ground! That sound! What's that?
On your knees. You stand before the king.
All is good. These warriors have bravely fought the enemy. Now, introduce yourself.
My name is Dunstan. We were awaiting you, sir.
It is not over yet. The enemy still grows stronger. Show us where to find them. Your help is important. We must get rid of these human worms feasting on our land. do not have time to triumph now. We have to surprise our opponent while they expect nothing. You must join us. I will not accept refusal.
No, sir. I mean, yes, sir. We will join your army and defeat all pagans in the name of God.
Oh, Majesty, the Vikings are trying to take over our village.
No time to waste. Do not take hostages.
Fought each night like it was the last. We caught unsuspecting scout groups off guard and intercepted the supply wagons. But this night, the Vikings doubled their defenses. Suddenly, we heard the rattling of horse blinding and clinging of dropped keel. Forthwith, we saw knights bearing the colours of House Godwinson. Turned out, King Harold and his men reached Yorkshire in less than 4 days. His non-pariah riders swept through the country like northern wind. Their destination? Stamford, only a few miles short from York, where unsuspecting Harold Hardrada set up his camp, and where the fate of York will be determined.
Your Majesty, the base is ready as ordered. This way.
Let's go! As ordered? Where is my army?
Sir, we didn't expect such a heavy resistance. We did our best.
God damn it. There is no time to lose. Quickly, prepare for the upcoming battle.
We have a snitch in their base. That's how we know they're each step.
We should first capture all enemy villages. It will weaken them.
Wait! If we attack them now, they'll find out we're here. It's too early. This village can help us maintain the army for the upcoming battle. Let's go. Finally, with this village gone, they will recruit and build much slower. Harold is spying on our base. Quick, we must kill those bastards before they inform Harold about us.
Look! A spy! He runs to their base! We should kill him before he gets there!
On the move! They know about us, and they already started mobilizing the army. We must attack now!
We just can't get past this berserker!
Maybe if we attack him from both sides of the bridge, we can use shallow water to get to the other side.
Now they should be really short on materials for repairing the destroyed buildings.
We should. Now! Get him! Come on! Coward! Get Harold! If he dies, the morale of his army will be ruined!
Damn! We can't defeat him normally. He must be a true warrior. I need to focus my aim. Harold is a big target. My arrows will get him. Yes! We killed him! With an arrow to the throat! Harold is dead.
Dunstan shot him.
My arrow cut his throat. This is a miracle. God helped us.
Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
Tostig is dead. Decapitated by his own brother, King Harold II. Harold Hardrada, the last great Viking, met his end on the 25th of September, 1066. His battle cry was interrupted with the tip of my arrow that got stuck in his neck like a cheap circus trick. With no leadership, the Viking party scrambled and retreated to Rakol, where a treaty was signed. In the end, only 24 of 300 Drakars that reached British soil returned to their homeland. The celebration was grandeur, but the war was far from over. Only 3 days after the Battle of Stamford Bridge, the spies reported of William the Bastard's forces reaching the city of Hastings. The king decided to carry a surprise attack to catch the invaders with their defenses down. Little we knew, William brought in his own spies to London that notified the Bastard of every move we made.
At last. This is the second fight you are late for. There is no time for honors. I hereby declare you the Major Archer Commander.
Yes, Your Highness. Where are my men?
I should be asking you this question. And why are they not protecting our western flank? William's people took over our archery building. Do what it takes to get it back and secure the western flank.
Alone?
Do not act surprised. You've coped worse situations. Now, move.
Right. Worst situations. Nothing new here. Even as a commander, I must feel my back against the wall. Christ, there's way too many of them! I don't believe it! It's the Mugworders!
We were waiting for this opportunity.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you. Thank you for your help.
Hold your horses. We're not doing this for you. We're in it for the gold. And Godwinson's gold is as shiny as any other.
We can't rest now. I'm sure they will fight back soon. Good. These recruits must be sent to the other side. They need help over there. We don't have much time. We need to recruit more units and send them to the west flank immediately. Our flank is still too weak. We need to look around for resources to strengthen it. Another attack is coming! I can see them! Crossbows! Get ready!
Their defenses are about to break! We must strike now, with all we have left! I take command of the full army now! Dunstan, help me show these pagans the true island of hospitality. We beat them! They will not be bothering us anymore.
Sir, William the Bastard and his entire army are heading this way.
So, he is putting everything at stake. So be it. Men, regroup and prepare to fight. Where are my bloody fjords? They should already be here.
We have bad news. Odo of Bayeux and his men have crushed the fjords.
No matter. We still have enough men and courage to defeat them. Let's crush them!
Harold II Godwinson led us believe that he was anointed to lead our people. Maybe it was far-fetched lie or blind belief he himself envisioned. Truth is, we followed him to the bitter end. A king was sent to the gates of heaven by an arrow to his eye, and his body trampled by the hoofs of cavalry to the metallic jarring of his armor. To much surprise, William and his army did not attack London straightforward. He decided to cut the capital from its supplies, patiently awaiting capitulation. After taking over the capital, the Witenagemot submitted the crown to the bastard shortly after William seized Winchester, where the royal treasure was. On the 25th of December 1066, William was no longer a bastard, for this day was marked as the day William the Conqueror was born. A new title fit for a new king. But if you ask me, now he sounds plain posh. And me? Well, I must be the luckiest bitch's son that ever walked the islands. One of Bastard's muscles sliced my eye with an axe, rendering me haggard for the rest of the battle. Never saw the fall of King Harold II. And after all, I think that's for the best, as I never met a child fond of inglorious songs of fall and disappointment. Never became an old grouch either. In the long run, a lazy eye is a small price to pay for a title of Earl of Locksley.
The life of Frederick II to this day is considered scandalous and unorthodox. His unyielding temperament and lifetime struggle with papal power led to numerous brawls within the country, granting him the nickname of an Antichrist. Ironically, despite being excommunicated fourfold, skeptic King Frederick II met his death peacefully among the habits of Cistercian monks in 1250, what forever ended the line of the House of Hohenstaufen. The king's death threw the country into a stupor, universally called the Great Interregnum. the time when no king could achieve enough recognition to consolidate the country's holdings under one ruler, leaving Germany in a state of permanent civil war for almost 20 years. The tide of this 20-year-old dismay changed when the biggest beneficiary of Germany's disorder, Count Rudolf von Habsburg, used his wealth and connections with the abbots to make himself a firm candidate for the kingship. To seal his coronation, Rudolf promised the renunciation of the imperial rights to the Pope and promised a new crusade to Pope Gregory X, a former adversary of Frederick II. As a result, Rudolf I of Germany was crowned in Aachen Cathedral on the cold day of the 24th of October, 1273. However, another candidate for the throne, Ottokar II of Bohemia, never acknowledged Rudolf's election. When the new king decreed all lands lost after Frederick II's death to be returned to the crown, depriving Ottokar of vast parts of his land, it became the last straw. The good people of Germany were about to be thrown into yet another war. But whilst Ottokar II was preparing for the clash, the crown had to deal with a much more pressing matter. The first edict of the new king was to wage war against the robber barons, whose activities exploded in the wake of imperial authority during the Great Interregnum, and who committed numerous crimes against the crown, such as stealing ships or kidnapping. If Rudolf I wanted to stand against Ottokar II, he had to deal with the barons first.
And we didn't even have to scare them. They were so afraid of our weapons. They are attacking us! Hilfe! It's an ambush! Protect the Kaiser!
They have no idea who they just pissed. I will personally eradicate every last one of them. Schneller, into the woods. Watch out for traps.
It really bothers me, Herr Commandant, how a noble knight can fall so low as to become a thug. Where is honesty, loyalty, honor?
War makes men, Tomas. It makes heroes. Times of peace are not for warriors. They get bored and make a sport out of robbing the innocent travelers. Those bastards must have a base somewhere around here. We must find it.
Mein Kaiser! It must be here! Look!
Right. It looks bigger than I suspected. I will need more forces to deal with them once for all.
I have an idea. If I dress as one of the villagers, they will let me into the camp. I could sabotage their forces from the inside.
You are as brave as you are smart, Thomas. Good. I will bring more men at dawn. Be ready by then.
The raid! Open the gate, bitte. I need to get in. I see. Here is what I can do to cripple their defenses. Damage their weapons so they can't fight effectively. Poison their food so that they don't have a heart for fighting. Lock the well for good. Their camp will burn all right. But most importantly, nobody can see me do all this. Let's go fast. Right. Now they won't have enough weapons. I hope your bowels rot, you bastards. Now they can't even put out their fires. Perfect. Now is our chance to attack the camp.
I see the gate is open. Time to end this. Remember, we do not spare lives today.
Burn it to the ground!
We made it. The story of the so-called Baron robbers ends here. Our Reich is a better place now.
The bodies of Rudolf's adversaries bled out on the floor, making the red carpet he desired. The Raubritters' heads were speared up, creating a morbid admonition. Whoever stands against the crown will live with an axe over his neck. Because some people understand only violence, and the only way to impose rule is a power play. Once the robber barons were removed, Rudolf I focused on the imminent threat brewing abroad. He called Ottokar II to renounce the territory of Austria, which rightfully belongs to the crown. After the Bohemian king refused, Rudolf outlawed him and sent me, Meinhard, Count of Tyrol, to deal with the matter. In 1276, I arrived in Styria to lead the first offensive on Ottokar's forces.
Herr Commandant! We need help! Ottokar's forces have besieged us! They have captured the neighboring town and are heading for ours now!
Worry not. I am here on behalf of our King Rudolf I. I believe we share a common enemy. I will start by capturing their villages and then build an army to reinforce your people for the upcoming battle.
Jawohl! I would gladly join your forces. The enemy has just started regrouping. We need your men now if we want to survive. You can take the north path, but only at night. Arrows and bolts will not find us then. Or use the less protected south path anytime. But beware, this one is full of traps. The enemy is abandoning his defensive positions to protect the base. We can attack anytime, from any direction now. Burn them to the ground! They are attacking us! Hilfe!
The triumphant soldiers thrusted their swords into the earth, marking the land for the king. We made sure the soil was welcoming for our brethren. We did not cry for the fallen, as we are a generation of warriors. Our armor will never get the chance to rust, and our swords will never lose their edge. I do not think we are fighting for ourselves anymore, but for what's next to come, for those whose armor can and will rust. The country was still a boiling pot. As we were propagating the king's word with the help of our trusted swords and lances, Rudolf made friends among vassals and abbots, making sure our politics didn't come down to fists and steel. Ottokar's forces tucked their tails behind them and retreated to Vienna. The word is, Rudolf is heading that way as well. We move forward shortly to join his army.
This building shall fall! Fire! Schnell! Fire!
9! The enemy catapults are wrecking ours! We must destroy those siege machines and get inside Vienna! They have the resources we need!
At your command, mein Kaiser!
My card ready!
Good start! We need more to win! Look! We are close, but this is not enough! Keep searching! This should do it! Schnell! Let's get back to the king!
Danke, Meinhard. Your help means a lot. You can use my base and resources in our next battle.
The enemy has reinforcements! Defend your Kaiser!
The last wall is down! Now slaughter them!
I surrender. Good. Now, shackle him.
Ottokar's face was that of a madman. A man whose ego outgrew itself, and whose inner whispers became louder than his thoughts. But failure feeds on madness, and in the end, Vienna was ours. The news claimed that Rudolf forced Ottokar to accept him as the new ruler in Germany. However, despite his surrender, Ottokar never stopped plotting against Rudolf, taking Rudolf's attitude as a sign of weakness. He bought himself enough time to find new allies in Silesia, and waged war not only on Germany, but on Hungary too. The newly emancipated Austrian knighthood was deeply divided, with some supporting Ottokar and the other fighting under Rudolf's banner. In addition, Rudolf made a treaty with the Hungarian king Ladislaus IV, and when Ottokar laid siege to the town of Trosendorf, Rudolf's plan was to cut off his supplies and face the knights that rebelled against the king. Time for negotiation was over, and the renegade knights would have to pay for their betrayal in flesh and blood.
Herr Commandant, these are the enemy villages we talked about. So many resources.
Good. Remember, we're just here to capture Ottokar's supplies and use them for our army. We won't build our base here. Let's do it differently this time. We will burn their settlements and rebuild them as ours. Let's capture this village first. We'll use it to regroup if we get into a battle. We should also find stables so we can have a place to rest.
Jawohl, we will watch our back. Captures the enemy village, Herr Commandant.
Good. Now we can focus on our main goal, stocking up as much food as possible. Capturing the villages will help us achieve this faster. Next, we should wait for our caravan. Once it arrives, we'll load it up and send it back. As a soldier, you learn when the time is right for prayer and amendments. You feel it in the wind and in your bones. The birds sing a different song. Even I crossed my hands in prayer for the very first time in the last few years and ordered my armor to be squeaky clean. No soldier wants St. Peter's hands to get greasy by the mud on his shield. On the 26th of August, 1278, we set off for Durenkrut, where the fate of the soldier's generation was about to be sealed. Rudolf boldly decided to face Ottokar's army in the open-pitch battle of Morava Basin, where his freshly made peace with Ladislaus IV would be tested. However, Ottokar's forces were conjoined with Silesian units. At this moment, I think we were all aware of the significance of that battle.
Listen, we have to find and disarm all the traps around here before we can move further.
But Dad, I can't wait to get my hands on those bastards.
Son, you have to understand. If we're reckless, we die. Good. I think all the nearby traps are disarmed. Still, let's stay focused.
Papa, I have an idea. Let's infiltrate their camp. Those Dummkopf don't suspect we could do something like that.
But son, that's the whole point. We cannot just... Actually, you know what? Let's try.
Listen, here's how we'll use the main forces of our infantry and cavalry against Rudolf. The infantry will march through the southern forest and flank Rudolf's troops up north. They'll be busy battling our men there. Anush, listen, I need your finest Sasau cavalry to help me here. A lot depends on your deliverance. Your troops will stay hidden until Rudolf decides to attack our base. Then you'll strike their back with all you have.
Wait! What are you doing here? Achtung, spies! Kill them!
Men! To win, we will have to kill them all! Remember, no retreating!
Mein Kaiser! Their cavalry is here!
Spears! Take formations! Meinhardt, you're in charge here!
Look! They had troops waiting for us in the southern forest. We must prepare.
Meinhardt, quick! Take control of our southern flank!
Truppen! It's time we counterattack now! We must claim these hills and the remains of that village!
We will now attack their main camp. Our cavalry will be waiting in the forest to help us. Meinhard, you will lead our cavalry on my signal.
Jawohl! I will not fail you, my king! Soldiers! The fate of this battle is in our hands! Kill every last one of them!
Scheiße! Enemy cavalry is trying to flank us. We must stop them!
Crossbows, Meinhard, it's time! We need our cavalry now more than ever! Lead them! For the Reich!
At once, mein Kaiser!
Each of us questioned Rudolf's leadership at least once. We were tired of all this rousting, but our doubts were dispelled the moment he took control of the cavalry. His daring strike shattered Ottokar's forces with surgical precision, forcing him to retreat. We chased Ottokar to his last breath, and when his armor was worn with dirt and blood, we struck hard. Rudolf tried continuing his expanse further into Czech territory, but was met with an overwhelming defiance. Eventually, he surmised that the best means to end the conflict was infatuation. He gave the hand of his daughter Jutta to Václav, Ottokar's successor. Both rulers administered their crowns greatly, aware that steady economic growth can only be achieved with stability and protection. They created one of the most influential and powerful dynasties in the world. The time of soldiers came to an end, so I stowed my armor and let it rust. Can't say it was easy to adapt to the new way things were, but I must admit, living outside of a thunderstorm has its bright sides.
In 1190, during the Crusades of the Holy Lands, a group of German knights created an organization called the Teutonic Order. Despite enjoying the plunders of war and conquest, the ultimate ambition of the order was to create its own state. After a failed attempt in Hungary, which resulted in their exile in 1225, the knights made yet another attempt in Prussian and Polish lands in 1228. Their official assignment was to Christianize the pagans living in there. To do so, the knights led a cruel and devastating religious war. Those who resisted were murdered, and their families forced into slavery. This was all done with the willing consent and knowledge of the Pope and the Emperor himself. At the age of 15, I became a victim of the Order's quest for a sovereign nation. I was taken away and sent to Magdeburg, where I was forced to convert and publicly baptize for the sake of their propaganda. Over the following years, I took lessons in Latin, German, and in the art of warfare. I became acquainted with the rules of the Order and was brought up as a follower of Catholicism and a devotee to God. During training, it became clear I had a talent for battle, though this talent would soon become my curse. The knights, having noticed my prowess for combat, ordered me to conquer all of Prussia. Madness, I thought. Yet as a Prussian nobleman, I knew the language of the people, and already had their trust. But at the time, I didn't know the knights would eventually ask me to betray my kinsmen. My journey began when I was called to meet the eminent knight brother Conrad von Tierberg. He had sought me out for my guidance in order to resolve a conflict with one of their more stubborn Prussian tribes. My tribe. My own. Pokarvis. The last time I was here, I was 15 years old. A lot has changed. And hopefully, for the better.
You there, peasant! Come here.
Helcus? My brother! So, the rumors are true. We thought you were long dead.
Burka, I didn't recognize you. Well, God decided I would be more useful alive than dead. Will you accompany me to Pokarvis?
But of course.
Come now. Let's head to Pokarvis.
Hercus! I see you come armed. Should a monk wear a sword on his belt? Is the word of God not enough?
The sword comes in handy sometimes. Not everything can be solved with words.
Help! Help!
See, brother? Now is a time when a sword comes in handy. Let's go.
Thank you, my lord. You have saved us and all our belongings.
May God's blessing be upon you.
What brings you to Pokarvis? I doubt it's a family matter.
Rumors say the Order's nearby camp was attacked. I've been sent to investigate.
Talk to Krauper, our village elder. He knows everything that happens in the area. He will help you.
I cannot let you pass. There are too many bandits nearby.
We'll have to find another way in.
I don't have time for this. We will deal with them ourselves. Come with me.
Cut them down!
They're becoming more and more confident, these bandits. Like a hungry pack of wolves.
If you do not show them the error of their ways, their confidence will only grow. Let's attack them from hiding, one by one.
Oh, not bad. Where did you learn to fight like that?
In Magdeburg, under the watchful eye of my knight brothers.
Ha! If I knew the Order could turn me into such a warrior, I would have let myself been taken prisoner.
The bandits shouldn't be a problem anymore. Open the gate!
Thank you for the company, Hercus. I'll head back home. If you have time, do come and visit.
Move there!
Good Lord above, I'll be dead! Hercus! Is that really you?
Go, schneller! Good to see you too, Krauper. I require your counsel. Word has reached me that the Order's camp was attacked. Is this true?
It is true, yes, but we haven't seen any survivors. The camp is on the southern side of the dark forest. Bandits roam freely beyond the gates, attacking us incessantly. They even seized one of our nearby mines. Could you help a fellow Slav, Hercus? We'd be indebted to you if you could recapture our mine.
I'll see what I can do about the mine. May God be with you. That's the last of them. The people of Pokarvis can use their mine again free of danger. I should head to the Order's camp to investigate the attack.
Hercus, I've just heard the good news. Thanks to you, we can use the mine again. I thank you, my friend.
Hercus! The bandits have attacked us again! They have taken my friend!
Where did they go?
They're hiding in the dark forest. Follow me. I will show you the way. Fucking bandits. You kill one, and 6 more take their place.
Where have they come from?
We do not know, but strangely they only seem to attack our village. There they are!
Get them!
Bastards!
Thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it. I better return to Pokarvis.
Good idea. Let's head back. These attacks have been relentless. These bandits have no fear, not even of the Order.
The damn fools will bring the wrath of God upon themselves.
Feel like having an extra sword to deal with the bandits? I'll gladly give these cunts a piece of my mind.
By all means. This way, the Knight Brothers. They're all dead. Those
These damn bandits will pay dearly for this. Brother Conrad, the camp was destroyed, but all the bandits are dead.
A pity. We could have interrogated them for information. No matter. We're headed to Pakavis. An important meeting is underway there. We'll rebuild our camp later, but first, to Pakavis. Schnell, lass uns gehen.
What's the meaning of this? Why are these people being taken away?
It's for their own good, Brother Herkus. Pay it no heed and focus on the task at hand. For the security of everyone, we've taken control of this village. Are they waiting for us?
Yes, my lord, as you ordered. The village leaders are awaiting your arrival.
Let's not delay them any longer. Are they all gathered at the inn?
Yes, sir. They are. Please come in. They're getting impatient.
That won't be necessary. Lock the doors and burn the inn.
Brother Conrad, what are you doing?
Silence, Herkus! You haven't a clue what's going on here. We will not negotiate with these godless pagans. Our patience is at an end. Their villages will burn, and we shall take their lands by sword and spear as God wills us. The time for talk is over, Herkus. Now go!
What the hell are you doing? We're breaking the terms of our peace.
We've spent the lives of far too many brothers to protect this damn peace. I don't expect you to understand, neophyte. You were born of these lands. For all I know, you're a wolf in sheep's clothing.
That's absurd.
Then prove it. Kill them all! They have no right to live. God has lost his patience with them. In the name of God, we will restore justice and order here. We will end these pagans' lives and send their depraved faith back to hell. By our hand, the Lord will smite these godless sinners, and we shall reap the reward of God's will. Leave none alive.
Hey, they are running.
So what are you waiting for? Kill them! Prove you are truly our brother. Brothers! Keep an eye on him. I don't trust him. This is not over! The people of Pakavis will suffer for their sins. Though they are servants of God, they took these pagans as their neighbors. And such sins will be paid for.
Brother Conrad, what have you done? My friends, my family, everyone, they're all dead. And all in the name of God? I swear on the gods of old and those of my ancestors that you will pay for this. I curse you to the end of time. You will rue the day that you betrayed me, Conrad.
Ha! So you show your true colors, Herkus. Such a shame you're not a true Christian. You never could be our brother. Take him and lock him in the dungeons.
Not this time, you bastard. You'll have to wait. We will meet again.
For the first time, I saw the cruelty of the Order with my own eyes. I confused how the Pope could be so silent towards their crimes. Then I realized it wasn't a matter of faith or belief, but of privilege and power. With my realization came the will to break my shackles. I cast off my knight's mantle and renounced the faith forced upon me. Soon I stood with my tribesmen side by side against the knights. The years spent fighting alongside the Knight brothers taught me all of their techniques and strategies. I was acquainted with their tactics, and I knew how to use their weaknesses against them. In 1263, on the fields of Lubava, we were about to strike at the Order with all our strength.
Meister Hammerish! Hercus's bandits are attacking and plundering our villages!
How far away are they?
Too close for comfort! They are headed in this direction with a large army!
Prepare for their attack! Conrad, you will command the left wing.
We will need more men.
Ja, richtig. See to it. We have enough resources to expand and strengthen our camp. Make them regret the day they were born. Get ready! They're coming! Riding! Damn traitor! We put a roof over his head, taught him, raised him, civilized him, and he stabs us in the back! He will pay for this!
I warned you not to let him fraternize with the natives. Look where we are now.
Yeah, lesson learned.
It was just a scouting party. They were testing us. Let's prepare for another attack.
Coming! The reinforcements have arrived! They're no match for us!
Forward! Another attack!
We've spotted enemy! Wirklich? Surely they cannot afford more! Onward! More of them? They attack like lambs to the slaughter! Let them send all they have! We'll end this rebellion sooner! Get up, cavalry! Look! They're trying to attack us from a distance! Destroy their catapults! They die like cattle. Such a waste of life. They attack with no strategy, no plan. Damn fools! We've spotted enemy trooping! Enemy of the reinforcements have arrived! Slay them! Bakum! Brothers, they flee in panic! Mach schnell and regroup! They won't escape this time! Rally together! We're ready. Good. Move out! I want this over and done with! Brothers, we will celebrate a great victory today! There's a time! There they are! Right. Get them! Show them no mercy! Charge them! They're taking fire! Over there! They're coming!
It's a trap! They knew we would run after them!
Scheiße! Herkus! You son of a bitch! They have a
Herkus! He's here! No! No!
Brother Conrad, what a pleasure.
Yeah.
Bring him to me. Leave the others. I want him alive so I can make him suffer. Where are you, Conrad? Conrad? I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to smash your brains in.
Scheiße. More of them.
Perhaps I was too hasty, Brother Conrad. I'm open to negotiations. I'll happily negotiate which you want cut out first. Your tongue or your gut?
I have to tell the others. The Pope needs to know what happened. Fortunately, the stables are still standing. I'll need to find a horse if I want to get out of here.
Men, we have to spread out. Tell the others that these bastards aren't getting out of here alive.
They destroyed the whole city. So many brothers died. There are too many of them around this stable. I have to find another. Bucket. Bastards. I need to go to another stable. Schneller. It would be wise to pass along the city walls. On the move. Yes, this one's perfect. Now to find a horse. Yes. Good horse. Now take me away from here.
Move! Move! After him! Don't let him escape! Damn it!
Schneller, schneller!
God has abandoned you, Conrad. In fact, he was never with you.
Crazy bastard!
Lass uns gehen.
Yes, go to the Order. Tell the others what happened here. Your end is coming.
We thought cutting off the head of the Order would destroy them for good. But after Helmerich von Rechenberg's death, the Order pulled all its diplomatic strings. Having convinced the Pope to allow the Order to accept lowlifes and criminals amongst their ranks, the brothers began drafting bandits from all around Europe, offering absolution, and more importantly, gold. Unaware of the impending danger, we decided to split our forces, focusing on strategic points crucial to the Order. Link, the leader of the Bart and Pogazon tribes, targeted Christburg, the mightiest of the Order's strongholds. But by then, my kinsmen were not aware that all of Europe, united by faith and gold, had decided to stand against them.
Mein Gott! Looks like we're too late! The whole town is destroyed!
Yes, but look. Our flags still fly on the castle walls.
Schnell! If any of our brothers survive, then we have to help them.
Unholy scum! These godless pagans were plundering our graves!
Their souls will pay for this in hell.
Meister! God has heard our prayers. You have arrived. The town was destroyed, but we managed to defend the castle.
I'm taking over command here. Our first goal is to drive these filthy rebels out of town. It would be wise to get that northern village back first. We will need its resources.
Sir, is it true only you survived the massacre at Lubava?
Yeah! God wanted me to be a witness of that massacre.
God works in mysterious ways.
Good. Now we'll have enough resources to reinforce our troops.
Sehr good! The streets are now clear of that filth. God is with us, brothers. Now let's rebuild and reinforce ourselves. We have to rebuild the church, stables, and houses to get this town up and running again. Listen! The rebels will surely try to retake the town. We have to hold here until Allied reinforcements arrive.
Meister, there are 3 villages to the west and south. We can recapture them to gather resources.
Yeah, richtig. But we cannot leave the town unprotected. Better to split our forces.
This city is sacred. It is called Christburg because during the conquest of the city, our Lord Jesus Christ appeared to our brothers.
An even greater reason why we cannot lose this city.
Brother Conrad, God sei Dank you're here. We've been defending this village against these savages. Men, let's help our brothers take back the other villages.
They're attacking our base! We have to defend it! Sir, all the houses have been rebuilt.
That's good. Christburg's residents will feel safe again.
Brothers, our allies are here. They're setting up their camp to the west.
Wunderbar. Now with their help, we can kill this rebel scum.
The church has been rebuilt.
Finally. It's a sacred deed, and God will reward us for it. Prima. The stable is complete. We can use it to train cavalry.
Sir, we have finished all the buildings we need. Now we have to protect and repair them if they get destroyed.
We are not done here. Burn every house to the ground. God ist mit uns. These rebels got what they deserved. This victory will stop their advance.
Now it's time for us to show them the true power of the Order.
The Teutonic Order was victorious. However, the support of the Pope came with a catch. After our defeat, the Knights were ordered to begin a crusade against the Prussian tribes. We fought the Knights in a war of attrition. Yet as we cut off one head, 3 others seemed to take its place. Exhausted and with our ranks broken, we hid in the forests, planning our next offensive. But the Knights of the Order struck first. Learning from our strategies, they attacked us with all their forces in the very place we least expected them.
Hercus is in the area. I saw him with my own eyes. Now, you can finally kill him.
Brother Conrad wants him alive.
What? That's impossible. That bastard is too closely guarded, and even if he wasn't, he's too dangerous for us on his own.
He is wounded, tired, and doesn't expect us. This'll be easy.
Fine, do what you want. I'm out of here. Just give me the gold you promised.
As Conrad said, every man has his price. There's quite a lot of them. If we want to safely escort Hercus to the camp, then we will have to get rid of the enemies in the area. We can use the high grass for silent killing. We'll be spotted if we get in range of the torchlight. This camp has been cleared. Let's look for another one. Look, they're building traps.
Are they expecting us?
I doubt it. It's their tactics. Attack with surprise, build traps, and avoid direct confrontation. It's better to get rid of them, one by one. Let's find some stragglers. There are definitely more of them here. We still haven't found all the traps. It'll be wise to get rid of them. Okay, it's clear. We've destroyed all the traps.
Have you seen how much equipment they've brought on their caravan? Incredible! And it's all headed to Hercus's camp.
We need to find where the caravan has gone. Maybe we'll find some clues in the nearby camps. All right. Now we can focus on the trails. If we find the caravan, we will surely find Hercus's camp.
Enemies ahead.
Somebody is coming. Forward. No, this is the wrong trail. The caravan has taken a different route. We have to go back to the fork in the road.
I heard that Hercus can control people's minds. After our defeat in Lubava, our brother Hetzalis fell into captivity. He asked Hercus for mercy, but Hercus's words drove Hetzalis so insane, he jumped into a bonfire.
Gott um Himmel! There they are. And there's the crates from the caravan full of equipment. It's clear. Look there. Hercus's camp is not far now. But we'll never make it across the bridge unnoticed.
Out there.
We can commandeer a caravan to get to Hercus's camp. But first, we need to get rid of any witnesses in the area.
Power of the rifle!
Wunderbar! Now let's get to the caravan.
Stop! What are you carrying, peasant?
Ordinary supplies, nothing special.
Don't fuck with me, fool. Surely you have some good wine in there, eh?
But of course, we could find something for the honorable gentleman.
Give me that and fuck off. Stupid peasant.
The Teutonic Knights are idiots. All you have to do is put on a Teutonic outfit and then they'll recognize you as a friend. I was with Hercus himself and I saw how he cheated them. They saw us and shouted, "Where is da?" And Hercus just said, "Ruined." He left the bushes, walked out, and killed them. Bet they didn't see that coming.
I'll have to try that myself.
Enemy spotted. All right, we're in the camp. No one has noticed us yet. Hercus is in a tent nearby. We have to get there as quickly as possible. It's important not to attack anyone. If they trigger an alarm, Hercus will surely escape.
Apparently we were defeated in Christburg. Many of our brothers died. It was a massacre.
Alchemists say that the Teutonic Knights came with support. There were hundreds, if not thousands. They fought like animals. After the battle, they gouged out the eyes of 13 children and sent them blind back to their parents.
Fucking Christians. And they say we are the barbarians? My ass.
Okay, we're close. Let's focus. Grab him and bind him. Gag his mouth. Don't let him speak. Listen, you fuck. You will come with us politely. If you try to do something clever, you die. Understand? Now get up. Let's go. If our spy is right, there is a boat at the marina. We can use it to get out of here.
Eyes on the enemy. Let's go.
They've sounded the alarm! That was sooner than expected!
Quickly, to the boat!
They've crossed the river! Quickly, gather the men! We have to get them!
Schnell! Schnell! No time to waste!
Hercus, do you see this burned village? They never put up a fight, because only women and children lived here. All the men left to follow you. Do you think we spared them?
Let him talk.
I know you killed them. You're nothing more than bandits in the service to the Pope. You are without honor. You will fail. Better just to kill me, because my people will find you, and they will not treat you with kindness.
Enemies ahead. We can hide out there.
Huh. You want lying, Hercus. That doesn't look like kindness to me.
Now would be a good time to ask God for mercy.
You've said enough. Gag him! We are no gang of peasants, Hercus. We have to build traps and hide in the bushes. We cannot fight them in the open.
Construction order. Good. Construction.
One trap is not enough, though. We need to build more.
They're close. Quickly.
You see that, Hercus? He who lives by the sword shall die by the sword.
God wanted their death. I wonder why Conrad wants you alive.
He probably wants to show our brothers what happened to servants of the devil. Still, we have a job to do. We have to pass through their outpost. Schnell! Schnell! We cannot engage the enemy. Hercus will most certainly escape in the chaos.
Eyes on the enemy!
Yes, you got him! Brothers, we will celebrate tonight!
I can't believe we actually succeeded. This proves it was God's plan after all.
I, Hercus Monte, leader of the Prussian uprising, admit that I was wrong. I do not doubt that I once held Prussia's very future in my hands. I underestimated our enemy and failed in the final test. Rotting in the Order's cell, I could do nothing to prevent the outcome of the final battle. I knew my tribesmen would never hand over their weapons without a fight, but we could not stop the unrelenting march of the knights as they captured every city, every gourd, and every inch of our lands. Their final destination was Litzbark, home of the largest standing Prussian military force still fighting in the uprising. but not for long. As soon as the Order defeats them, the insurrection is over.
Brothers! This isn't just a fight between the Order and the pagans. This is a battle between good and evil.
Our allies have set their camp on the other side of the lake.
Sehr gut. They will need our help. The eyes of the world are upon us now. We must show them the strength of the Order. Our food supplies were destroyed by the rebels. Nevertheless, there should be plenty of food to loot from the villages on the marshes. They rejected our faith, placed their trust in Lucifer, killed our holy brothers. These acts cannot be forgiven. So our solution is simple. Slaughter them all.
Meister, they're sending peasants to fight us!
There are no ordinary peasants, but the servants of Satan. Kill them where they stand.
They're attacking our village!
We need to get our catapults near their walls and turn their shelters to dust. Now, God gave us the right to decide the fate of unbelievers. Burn them! We will erase you from the pages of history. There is no place for infidels in this world. On the move. We are not done here. Burn every house to the ground. They shall fall and be forgotten. This will be a lesson to any who would stand against us. It is done. These lands will belong to countless generations of faithful and loyal Christians. Showing these pagans the holy light of God was a mistake. Instead, we will bring our brothers and sisters here, granting them the lands of the infidels. In the name of God.
I was told my fellow tribesmen of Litzbark fought well, but such things only matter for those who still hold honor in high regard. We were worn down by the Order, unable to regroup and strike back. We flexed our muscles until they were sore, but the Knights' reinforcements were never ending. The harsh truth is that every unsuccessful revolution brings not only death to its apologists, but to the common people as well. It was no different with the Order. As soon as they established authority over us, they began to displace my fellow Prussians. With our houses burnt, children and women taken as slaves, we lost what was most important to us. Our home. And with my death, dies the testimony of our people. No one will hear me out. No one will lend me their ear. Just as history as written by the victors, the defeated are cast away into the darkness of yesterday.
In 10th century, Central Europe consisted of dozens self-governed and divided against themselves tribal authorities. Despite speaking one language, having same pagan beliefs and similar economic development. One of the biggest and most influential tribes was the tribe of Polans, governed by the Piast dynasty with the firm hand of a young prince, Mieszko I. Mieszko's father knew that expansion was the only way to halt the never-ending quarrel and broaden the influence of the Piast family, so, on his deathbed, he made Mieszko promise that he would be the one to unite the tribes under one nation, whatever the cost. Consequently, Mieszko carried out his quest with the dignity of cunning ruler, making treaties and winning allies amongst other tribes, expanding the jurisdiction of Poland. Yet, ambition is much like addiction, and Mieszko's unyielding expanse was bound to rattle a cage or two. Soon, Mieszko I started a ruinous clash with Orton tribes.
You there, cowards! Come here and face the real
Burned village. Looks like tribal wars. Either this, or the Germans have sent their allies here to spread chaos. We have to get to the bottom of this. Maybe we can use this turmoil to our advantage.
If you are looking for Arkenya, she is by the lakeside.
You do not look like one of my uncle's warriors. Who are you?
My name is Mieszko. I'm seeking help to fend off the German raids.
I'm Strebor, Kniaz of the Teutonic Order. We'll talk later, but first I need to deal with something. Feel free to join me. Curses! We are late again! Damn bastards!
Show yourself, cowards! I know you're still here! We shall end this like real warriors! Warriors!
It's my uncle, Miswav. He keeps sending his warriors to spread chaos among my people. I must end this. I appreciate your help, so if you are still interested in an alliance with me, meet me at my gourd.
Something is not right here. Let's check the area carefully. Traces of blood. We have to see where they lead. This ruined idol is Swarożyc. I can see Christian crosses on the necks of these impaled men.
Good to see you again. My people say that you are a good ruler of a powerful tribe. I am glad you joined us. Miswav and his son want to get rid of me. They keep attacking our settlements, so we run out of food quite often. We can make friends, but I need Nyepelka dead. Wait, listen. If you have 300 wood logs and the same amounts of iron slabs laying around, maybe then we could make a deal.
I found the destroyed idol of Swarożyc in your territory. Those impaled Christians there. I'm assuming this is your job?
Swarożyc? Yes, we caught some Christians who tore it down. They have been impaled as a warning for others.
Good. I'm sure it will make them think twice next time.
Take your time. We can close our deal when you're ready.
This should be enough to bribe Strebor. It's time to see Strebor. I have the resources we talked about.
The exact amounts I asked for. Ha! You are very reliable. It will be enough for us to join you.
Mieszko, we have just advanced our technology. Good news. The Teutonic Order gave us access to archer cavalry units, as well as stables and a blacksmith.
Our Kniaz Nyepelka is at the Sacred Hill.
He needs help.
Thank you. We wanted to reclaim the Holy Mound, but they ambushed us. Seems I have underestimated him and paid the price. Come by my gourd, and I will reward you for your help.
Those were Strebor's men. They must really hate each other. Before I go to Nyepelka, I better search the area for clues on what caused this attack. There. I must look closer. They are Slavs. No doubt about it. But this silver coin is a German Finnick. Mercenaries. Hired by Germans.
wasn't Strebor's forces.
First, here is a token of my gratitude. Now, you wanted to talk to me?
I am Mieszko, Duke of the Poland tribe. I'm seeking allies to defend against the Germans. I will protect these lands in return for your loyalty and your resources.
Or else?
Or Germans will capture these lands and kill all the pagans. That's us. You said that Strebor's people have attacked you, right?
Yes. Bounds of blood seem to be meaningless to this man. His people captured the sacred hill and wanted to desecrate it. May he be cursed by Valis forever.
It was not Strebor's doing. I found the desecrated Svarozhets idol. The Christians have done it. Look, a pfennig. How did a German coin make its way to the assassin's pockets?
It couldn't have been Strebor's doing. My father must know about this. Please find him in the small fishing bay, where he gathers forces against Strebor. You have my help and loyalty.
Great! We have advanced our technology even further, and we also have defensive towers and a well now. Look, the Mielnitsa Gord has the archery and place of cults. We can recruit archers and pray for God's favor now. Listen! We have news of German allies headed this way right now.
Right. We must prepare to defend these lands against them. This was the last one for now. We must be ready for more attacks.
For them! Onward!
You are not one of the Nepelka men. So, you work for Strebor?
No, I work for none of them. I am Mieszko, the Duke of the Poland tribe.
Ah, yes. I have heard about you. The famous Mieszko. No matter. The stupid conflict with Strebor will end right here, right now.
Tell me what is happening.
This little snot pays no respect to our beliefs. He ruins our sacred places and murders our brothers.
It was not Strebor's doing. I found the desecrated Svarozhets idol. The Christians have done it. It proves that Germans are trying to kill your son. Look, see what I found.
German coins. Bastards. I was wrong. This changes everything. I will go back to my gourd now. Talk to me there. The silver coin that you showed me, I have more of those.
Have you sent people to assassinate your own son?
What? No. I would have never done anything like this. Those men were from Lusatia. They came here first, asking for a shelter. Germans had expelled them from their lands. They paid in silver, so I didn't look at the coins closely. Just agreed. So they are German spies, huh? Look, they have a camp nearby. But they only use it at night, when they need a rest.
About those German spies. They were served justice. But this is far from over. You need a strong ally to defend against the Germans.
In that case, that makes us allies.
We have just gained new types of units and buildings. Our army is growing at an impressive speed. It turns out the Zwachain Gord allows us to recruit both spear warbands and cavalry.
Oh man! The German allies are already here! We must protect our base! This will teach them a lesson! These lands are ours now!
The other lands were fertile and abundant, so Mieszko wasn't the only leader aspiring to dominate it, and Poland entered the sphere of German influence, who started to support the northern tribes. As a result of this clash, Mieszko was forced to pay a tribute to the German emperor. The prince knew the homage was the only way to secure the unity of newly formed Poland's nation and a real way to avert the otherwise indubitable invasion of German forces. Mieszko knew the tribute was crippling the Poland's economy and was just a quick fix for the big problem of a young nation stuck between powerful nations. The pagan Polands were considered heathens, what gave the progressive West a political mandate for edification. Mieszko figured that the formidable ally will give his people protectorate and promptly started a diplomatic relationship with Bohemian ruler Bolesław I. As a result of these negotiations, Mieszko was to renounce his pagan ways and marry Boleslav's daughter, Dobrawa, in exchange for latitude in dealings with the northern tribes. In order to secure the deal, Princess Dobrawa was sent to meet her future husband. And alongside her entourage, I, a humble monk, as a part of Christianizing mission of the Poland state. However, as the negotiations only just began, the boiling north realized that there will be no better time to attack. Under the banner of an outlaw German Count Wichmann, who wanted a share of the other lands as well, the tribes rushed Mieszko's lands.
It's great to see our freshly acquired lands prosper. People have built temples to praise our gods.
We are under attack!
Look, the Valeti are attacking us! Quick, we have to stop them! Germans! The Valeti must have allied with them!
They're still storming in!
There's too many of them! It's a full-blown invasion! This isn't good! They are building their own settlements here! We must regroup and get ready to face them!
We are being attacked!
Warriors! Defend our base at all costs!
You won't defeat us! Forfeit your fake gods before it's too late!
Ready your weapons.
Ha! You picked the wrong side!
Mieszko was fully aware of the gravity of his decisions. The Poland state was still under fire of German forces that used Christianization as an excuse for its forays. Dobrawa's mission was to convince Mieszko of Christian ways. To make it short, and only due to my responsibilities as a chronicler, I must mention that her charm was enough for the prince to rebuff his 7 pagan wives. The decision seemed simple enough. On a cold morning of 966, Mieszko I was baptized. As a Christian, Mieszko could finally secure the territory of an acknowledged Polish nation. Mieszko was about to place a final blow to the rebellious northern tribes and become the first ruler of the Polish nation.
We must get rid of Wichmann's troops and punish the Valeti scum that allied with him. We've used the entire night to sneak upon their positions. First, we need to steal their precious resources to weaken them. Then we will wait for reinforcements to finish our job.
Just say the word, Seymour! Our troops are in positions and ready to strike! We'll crush them!
Now, let's do it! I will be covering you. Great job, men! We must now wait for reinforcements. Let's just hold our ground.
Sir! Sir! We were ambushed. All the reinforcements are dead.
Kurva march! We will not take out enemy forces without help! We must come up with something. There won't be a better time to destroy Wichmann's thugs. We must use this chance we have now!
Sir, my horse can run for an entire day and I can sneak like no one else. Just tell me what to do.
Yes, this should help. In the meantime, we will make good use of those new resources. So here's the plan. We take care of our base and fortifications while you go find Mieszko and talk to him. Go!
Consider it done, boss!
Lancers!
He is up!
Hold on, Chibor! We're here to help you!
Yes! Finally! Let's kill them!
Wow!
Wichmann's death was not only satisfactory for Mieszko due to personal reasons, most importantly, the success in the north strengthened the newly brewed alliance between Poland and Bohemia, proving Mieszko's choices right. What is more, through the adaptation of Christianity, Poland were no longer in danger of invasions for the purpose of Christianization. The baptism sparked the development of education and culture through clergy, as well as an improvement in the state of administration and diplomacy. Appropriately, Poland started paying a tribute to the Pope, as now it has become a part of a greater European family. Mieszko's family also grew, as Dobrawa gave him a strong heir, Bolesław, named after her father. Despite Mieszko's efforts, however, the troubles did not end. Mieszko's brother himself reported of a problem in the west. One of the conquered tribes asked the German nobleman Margrave Hodon for help in exchange for their serfdom. This arbitrary action, without emperor's consent, sparked not only a rebellion, but a full-blown invasion of German forces on Poland.
Holden has attacked our settlements! What is he thinking? Listen! We have to show him it was a stupid idea! Charge! They didn't have a chance. Now it's time to repair and rebuild the base. We must be ready to defend the other villages too.
Sir, they're attacking us already! Our villagers are dying!
Cholera! They want to cut us off from the resources! Quick! We must act now! Finally, all the villages are reclaimed. My guts tell me it's not over yet.
Szczibor! Enemy forces are incoming! They are building up a base nearby!
I knew it! They want to stack up resources before their assault on Sidinia! Their plans will fail, I promise! Let's go! Burn them to the ground! Ready, you Edmund! Over here!
You think you can stand against my power? I will crush you like insects!
Hold on, is here. Our plan has worked. Now, fast! We must retreat! Onwards to Stinia. We have to see Mieszko.
While Czcibor was busy slowing down Hodon's armies, Mieszko sought refuge in outpost of Cedynia. Surprisingly enough, Mieszko did not seem troubled by the outcome of the mission. Quite the contrary, Mieszko's plan was to stage retreat and bait Hodon's forces to attack on the outpost, where he could hold his ground against much more assailants than in the open field. As his troops prepared for the defense, Mieszko's brother, Czcibor, got his best warriors ready to flank Hodon's forces. Czcibor's mission was to target the best knights in Hodon's army in order to disrupt its ranks and wreak havoc amongst the infantry.
Our scouts reported the Germans will be here in 2 days. They are bound to outnumber us, but we know the area better. Let's use the terrain to our advantage.
The Germans keep sending their spies here, and they keep turning the villages against us. We have to go there and reclaim our villages by force. At least those on our side of the Oder.
Some of my men are roaming around in the field. They might join you if you talk to them, and take good care of our base. It's too weak right now. We must expand it and build our defenses. I will go to the bank of the Odra and watch their movements from there. Shivor, some of their troops are already here. Not many, but we could attack them and take their supplies.
We must escort these caravans to the base. Without our men keeping an eye on them, they'll stop. Move it! Those settlements, we should burn them in case the Germans try to use it.
I report that German supplies have reached the base. We will put this food, wood, and iron to good use.
They are here! We better retreat to our side of the river and prepare!
Let's fight!
Listen, Chibo. It's better if we make them think they outnumber us. Let's first fight them here, by the riverbank. We'll stall them with a few troops, then retreat and regroup. We might fool them into thinking that victory is close, and draw out all their forces at once.
Good idea. Let's also hide some of our men in the forest near the base. A surprise like this could give us the upper hand.
I like this plan, my brother. Let's do it. Hey, They underestimated us and only sent cavalry. Hold tight! We could hold the line a little longer to strengthen our base, or retreat now if we're ready to take their assault. Over here! Focus on Odin and Siegfried! If we eliminate the leaders, their spirits will crumble!
You can't stop us! The victory is ours!
Infidels! You will pay for this!
We'll get you next time! Retreat!
Splendid! Now we must get older!
Damn it! Retreat! Retreat!
They flee away in panic. Time to deal a final blow to their army.
The war with Hodon ended with Poland's territory finally secured. However, Mieszko and Hodon no longer conduct solely on their own behalf. As a part of a Christian union, they've been called to the imperial diet in Quedlinburg, where they were to face the judgment of the Emperor Otto I. Otto I mediated the truce between Hodon and Mieszko. Mieszko held the dependency of the western territories, but the prince was also obliged to send Bolesław as a hostage to the imperial court, despite Hodon being an instigator in this quarrel. Little they knew, experience gathered by young Bolesław will help him become the first king of Poland that will not only cement Poland's position in Europe, but expand its influence even further. Nevertheless, due to Mieszko's policy, conquest and diplomacy, Slavic tribes in Central Europe were united. The prince is considered a founder of Poland, and the Piast dynasty ruled over and expanded the country's territory, becoming one of the most powerful nations in Europe.
When my grandfather, Mieszko, died in 992 AD, Poland was divided among his sons. My father, Bolesław I, said it was ironic, as my grandfather's wish was to unite the tribes under one banner, and felt his testament may be lost to a brotherly quarrel instead. As my father was Mieszko's firstborn, he felt it was his rightful destiny to rule Poland. To achieve this, he fought and defeated his own stepbrothers and exiled them, assuring Poland's unity and his rule. As a young child, Bolesław was held as a peacetime hostage by a German court, where he learned the ropes in leadership and knighthood. Among the many patrons he met in his time there was Otto III, the young Holy Roman Emperor. My father personally invited Otto to come to Poland only once his power had been consolidated. During one of the many sumptuous feasts, Otto shared his lifelong dream, a Roman Empire restored as a federation, with Bolesław crowned the ruler of Poland. However, the young emperor's dream never came true. His premature death threw Europe into turmoil. Taking advantage of the situation, my father hastily took control of the German lands on the Polish border. Hoping to use the newly acquired lands to begin the long march to a Polish kingdom, Bolesław was instead summoned to Meersburg, the home of the Holy Roman Emperor. There he met the newly crowned Henrik II, whom he hoped would give him his crown, promised by Otto. Instead, my father's ambitions were stripped away, and his newly conquered borderlands became a part of nothing but a fiefdom. But, as happens with intrigues, that meeting was just smoke and mirrors. As Bolesław was returning to Poland, he was ambushed by bandits. He suspected his attackers were sent by Henrik. That was too much for him. Not being known for his patience or an even temper, he promised if Henrik wanted war, he'd give him war. 16 years have passed since that promise. Henrik II has today gathered the largest invasion force Poland has ever seen and is making his way to the Gord of Niemcia. It was I, Mieszko, second of his name, and Boleslav's son, who has been tasked to hold the line, by whatever means necessary.
Let's show them the error of their ways. Glory of God, and by His grace, the Emperor's forces will fall. Ready your weapons, and show them no mercy! Stay put! The enemy may use this passage to send more troops. We should secure it. Build traps, towers, whatever we can. They won't set foot on this ground alive. We can use this base to recruit more warriors, but we'll need resources to do that. Did you claim the nearby villages, as I ordered?
Not yet. The Germans cut us off from our Gord. Their forces are dug in tight.
Not for long. Capturing these villages will give us more time, and the resources needed to strike back. Move! Move! Capture more villages! Secure the passage and defend our Gord! The first village is ours. We will need more. We are taking it to defend this area. Prepare for their attack. Position! Warriors, prepare! The enemy is coming.
Shoot! Turtle!
They're trying to break through. Attack! Good. They won't set foot on this ground alive. You, come here.
What are your orders, sir?
The Germans don't suspect we must attack their vanguard defending the catapults. We have to destroy them. If we don't, we won't hold the Gord for long.
Their catapults are too well defended, sir. Attacking them there would be suicide.
Not while God is with us. Follow the path. Stay hidden and destroy their catapults. Return as soon as you can.
Did you see what the Poles did the other day? They put an enormous Christian cross outside their Gord.
Do not delay! Yeah. They know there are Lutici pagans among us.
God damn it! Now they have to defend the Gord from both sides! We must destroy all the catapults! Great! Now quick as the wind! Return to the Gord!
Yes! They made it! Now kill the German forces! Don't let them enter our Gord! There they are! My father sent support! Now these German fools are finished! Charge! They flee like cowards! We've won! We've defeated the Emperor! Warriors! This battle will be remembered for centuries!
The German blockade lasted for a month. They tried to break our line with siege weapons and by burning the nearby settlements to ash. Still, I never opened the gates as I awaited my father's arrival. When his banner finally loomed over the horizon, I smiled, knowing his succor would be bloody and that Henrik would remember that. While we held out against the Germans, my father had been busy assuring Henrik's doom. He had set up his camp on the Bohemian border, blocking additional support to Henrik's army, while using guerrilla tactics to bleed the Emperor dry, one battalion at a time.
too many of them. We must go slowly, one by one, with extreme caution. If they see us, they'll sound the alarm, and then they will...
What the hell are you doing? Are you waiting for an invitation? So say the auction! You morons! Charge! You bastards! Don't worry, I'll make sure this hurts! A prolonged chat about our plan achieves us nothing. The idea is simple. We know where the enemy will arrive. I want their rallying point fucking secured. Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Moving.
Sir, the enemy convoy has arrived!
I'm not blind, soldier. We cannot allow any convoys to pass through our outpost. Get them! Good idea. Traps will help stop the Germans in their tracks. More towers will surely help us defend the area.
Finally, God gives us a chance to grow our small army.
I look forward to it.
Sir! Enemy in sight!
Kill them!
Another enemy in sight!
Excellent! Attack!
Sir, the enemy is here!
Let's slaughter all of these filthy bastards!
The enemy is approaching!
The sons of bitches! Split up and hold the line!
Sir, what about the enemy's villages?
I see you weren't listening the first time, so I'll explain it again, for the last time. Claim any villages you need and kill anything hiding there. If it breathes, kill it. Move!
Sir, it's too dark. How will we see the enemy?
Kurva! Do I have to do everything? Build campfire or use torches? Too long! We have to claim another village faster! Move! Move!
Sir, our scouts have reported an enemy camp somewhere in the area with siege weapons.
Then what are you waiting around here for? Find it and smash it! Take them down! Those morons didn't expect that. Without additional military support, Henrik will have to withdraw from Niemcia. You there! Take a horse and inform my troops they have to move to Niemcia and attack the Germans' forces there. Send word to our troops. We will gather the loot and head back to Niemcia. We will celebrate our victory there.
Eventually, Henrik's anger capitulated. My father and I felt we had reached the limit of our war and should sheathe our swords, simply not to go mad. Well, that was the polite way to tell the Emperor. He'd lost. A peace treaty was signed in Bujizin in 1018. As a guarantee of our pact, Boleslav married Oda, a German royal, and Emperor Henrik handed over the disputed territory. But as one trouble ended, another began. One of my sisters had been kidnapped by the self-appointed ruler of Kiev, the Crown Prince Yaroslav. The city of Kiev was known throughout Europe for its riches, so it wasn't hard for my father to convince Henrik, our now ally, to aid him in his quest. The Emperor's troops soon joined our forces as we made our way towards the Bug River, where Yaroslav's first line of defense awaited our arrival.
Sir! Yaroslav's on the other side of the river. To get to him, we'll have to find a way to cross it.
Damn it! Right! First, I don't want to see a single enemy alive on this side of the river. Second, once these shits are dead, we'll find a way to cross to the other side. Yaroslav, you fuck! You can't bear to face me in an open field, so you hide behind your precious river.
The river beyond is too deep to ford. If we try to cross it, we'll sink in our armor. Some parts of the river are shallow enough to cross, but I'd also advise against it.
It would be better to build bridges. More warriors could cross at once.
Excellent! Order the men to begin building bridges at once.
We can use this base to recruit more warriors, but we'll need resources to do that. There are some villages in the area, but they're heavily guarded by the enemy.
Well scouted! Take some warriors and get rid of them!
That's it, one band!
Well done! This village is ours now! Let's capture the rest of them!
Something is not right, sir.
Agree. Keep your eyes open.
These legs are! Let's go!
The Christians are thieves and bandits. They gouge out the eyes of their foes, cut off their legs and hands, torture them, all in the name of their god. We pagans do not do such things. We will not have their barbaric religion. Their priests are fat and lazy. Our preachers, like all of us, are hard-working and strong. Let's show them we will not be slaves! Kill them all!
Good! Build the bridge here!
Cowards! Come here and fight like real warriors!
Your mother handles a man's sword better than you, if you know what I mean!
It's my time!
Kurva! They destroyed the bridge! Quickly, find another place to build one!
Position! Hey! What are you waiting for, Lackey? Is the water too cold for cunts like you?
You know why they're building bridges? Because their duke is so fat he'll sink if he tries to cross the river! You son of a bitch! I'm not waiting any longer! Fuck the bridges! Fuck the river! Come here, you shit! I'm going to gut you and make your friends watch!
Forget the bridges! Attack the enemy!
Positions!
That was an unexpected victory.
Yes, but that horse on Yaroslav managed to escape.
Don't worry. It's only a matter of time until we crush him and his army.
I look forward to it.
At that time, my father was known for losing his temper. I guess this rumor reached Yaroslav too late. He never suspected such mockery would drive my father to personally cross the river and cut out the tongues of his hecklers. Soon, the river turned red, and Yaroslav tucked his tail and ran like a coward back to Kiev. We pursued him, leaving no gourd or settlement in our wake. Not until Yaroslav put forward his most fearsome mercenaries, the Varangans, were we driven to a halt. My father knew that even with all the forces we had, we could only defeat Yaroslav's mercenaries through surprise and stealth. I was sent to the most narrow neck of the Dnieper River to stop the arriving Varangans and their Drakkar ships from reaching Kiev.
We're in position. The Varangians should be here soon.
Sir, the only way to pass this gate is to destroy it with catapults.
Go to it. Let's build some catapults. Good. Now let's move the catapult near to the river.
Unfortunately, there's an enemy outpost blocking us.
They're coming! Quickly, we have to secure the area and build our catapults before they arrive. Their firepower will be enough to destroy the Varangian ships, but be aware, The catapults are vulnerable if left undefended. Good! One of their ships is sinking!
We are the goal!
One man! We can use them to
The Varangians have reached the shore below the river! They will be here any minute!
We have to defend this area! Prepare for their attack! Another ship destroyed!
Attack!
That ship won't sail again! Damn it! The Varangian crew is disembarking! They're bound to attack our position!
We need to destroy these buildings to prevent reinforcements!
Another ship destroyed!
Right. We must prepare to defend these lands against them.
Lancers!
They're done for! We've crushed the Varangians! Without his precious mercenaries, Yaroslav's days are numbered!
We beat them! They will not be bothering us anymore!
You there! Quickly! Go to my father and tell him the news! We will join him as soon as possible!
The Drakkar ships were ablaze, and the remaining survivors jumped into the river, only to sink like rocks under the weight of their armor. Those who managed to reach the shore were welcomed with a volley of arrows. After the battle, some of my troops swept the battlefield to bring mercy to those whose spirits were left unbroken. As soon as the Varangians were dealt with, I sent a messenger to my father. The road to Kiev was secured, and Yaroslav's city was ready for the taking. I soon followed, knowing my father would not waste a moment more to storm the gates of Kiev.
Open the gates, you whoresons! Do it now, and I might spare your life! So be it. We'll force you to open the gates. And when you do, we will rape your daughters, kill your sons, take your wives, and leave you all for the crows! Claim the villages! Burn the houses! They'll open the gates or starve to death!
They're sending troops to attack us!
Yaroslav, you fuck! You're sending your own people to their death! You think we'll just let this go? Think again! We'll set up camp on your very doorstep, and you can do fuck all about it! Prepare the siege weapons! Build catapults and move them close to the walls. Then wait for my signal to attack. Get to it! Move!
We have finished the catapult!
Don't just stand there! Move it close to the walls! Cavalry!
Catapult is in position!
Excellent! Attack!
Our catapult has been destroyed!
God damn it! Prepare another, and try not to lose it this time!
Siege weapon is in place!
They are shooting at
Now,
us!
Yaroslav, you'll see how you fuck with the wrong man!
Ready your weapon!
The gate is opening! Looks like Yaroslav's soldiers have a death wish! Let's grant it!
Hey, woman!
Greetings, Your Grace. His esteemed Highness Prince Yaroslav of Kiev would like to discuss the terms of his surrender. If you would please follow me.
Lead the way to your esteemed Prince.
Please, accept these gifts as our gratitude.
You, come here!
As Boleslav was entering Kiev, he notched his sword over the city's golden gate, as any good conqueror would. Kiev was plundered, and Yaroslav's family taken as hostages, including one of Yaroslav's sisters, who quickly became my father's new bride. Poland's territory grew, but we still weren't officially a kingdom. As long as I can remember, my father always wanted a crown. He said we were destined for it. He raised me to become a king, to become a part of the royal family. But despite everything, our newest ally, Henrik II, remained in fact a silent foe, successfully blocking our efforts for kingship. In 1024, however, we saw a glimmer of hope. First, Henrik died, causing a struggle for the crown among its rightful claimants. Soon afterwards, the Pope, who also opposed a Polish coronation, went to meet his maker. My father took advantage of this interregnum and crowned himself a king in the Royal Gniezno Cathedral in 1025. Finally, Poland was a kingdom, rightfully recognized by both the Holy Roman Empire and the papacy. Unfortunately, destiny deemed my father's kingship to be in title only. 2 months after the coronation, his spirit left his body. Yet what he built was much stronger. Finally, Poland manifested its long-awaited independence as a sovereign state. However, his legacy is not easy to bear, as his impatience and stubbornness created numerous enemies, from both afar and within our newborn kingdom. And as the new king of Poland, I, Mieszko, second of his name, need to deal with all of them.